Oh, I have no doubt the AMA is probably pretty good. My plan today, though, is probably a little bit of Rivals, a little bit of spectating. And then we're probably going to hop to either Oblivion or do some Hot Topic stuff. Which apparently, I already got a thing for it, so... Regarding your video on Overwatch The Golden Age, I was a Morales player and made a full transition over to Overwatch 2 now. The only thing that daunts me is I'm starting the game 8 years late. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. That's very clear. Hopefully Stadium alleviates that a little bit, but I don't know if it will, just because like there's so many things with it. Say hi to my entire college class? Why am I on your college class? We finished early? Wait, what do you mean you finished early? Like for the day? You're like, fuck it? Let's just pull it. Can I swear? You know, I'm not changing anything. Superhero for Life, thank you the Prime, by the way. Taz, thank you for the 43 months. Appreciate both of you, thank you. Alright, I'm here. What's up? Hello. Hope you all been good. Going on. Oh yeah. I gotta...
Just survived a tornado and now I'm watching you.
Yo, thank you for the 10. That is a wild transition. Yo, intoxicated death with the 5 gifted. A lot of death flying around today. We got 10 gift. The tier 1 for 10 months. The 5 gifted. A tornado survival. Crazy. Jason Walkie, thank you for 44 months as well. Appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why it didn't pop up this alert on my channel. This thing. It's weird. Oh man. Oh. It's been a long week. And it already just started. Yo, intoxicated dead with another 10 gift. Yo, hello? Yo, thanks so much for the big 10 gifted. It again doesn't appear though on my alerts. Did I accidentally unfilter gifted? Oh, it just some reason today is like, you know what? Fuck putting gifted on here.
How much for a spectate? First time hero.
I don't accept money for them. They are done at random. They are done by selection. You cannot buy your way into them. Unless you're a billionaire and you have like literally millions to throw around, then of course we can talk.
Target neutralized.
But thank you, though.
Here they come.
My family is giving me and my brother money for Overwatch because we all play Rivals in Overwatch. First off, that's cool. That's awesome. My parents never did that kind of stuff for me when I was a kid, so that's kind of sick. Obviously, spend it however you want. But in my own humble opinion, I would save it. I wouldn't spend my money on that. Especially on a free-to-play game. I know it's tempting to want to get the skins and get all the other stuff.
Nothing personal.
But at least, for me, obviously I don't know your financial situation, your parents' financial situation, but something I did as a kid that I always will never regret doing is I saved every cent I could when I could. Right? Like, obviously, there's certain times that you could get to spend a little money, right? It's always available. But I was able to save up and buy my first car at 16, even though my parents didn't have money for a car, because I saved like every dollar I was given, like birthdays, Christmas, stuff like that. So, something to consider.
Target
If you're
neutralized.
getting older, one of those things that, you know, you're probably gonna want when the time comes. If you're gonna probably have to get it on your own, something to maybe think about. Yo, critical pub crawling in 12 months. Appreciated. God damn it, Crub. The fucking payment plan. Jesus. I think the super chat. Sorry, that's just the rules for it. What about the cup ending? It's only for a limited time. So you're only gonna be able to get it for until May 2nd. Once May 2nd happens, I think the pre-orders close, and then
Incoming.
they'll all get shipped out.
Come back here. Not today.
Throwing money on video games and food might not have been the best financial decision, but at least I was happy.
Stick around.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
Target neutralized.
Double KO. That's 3.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
Wow. 4
if a huge game had come out
5.
that everyone gets, I'd get it. Like your Call of Duties, you know, everyone would get it every year. Everyone would grab the new Call of Duty because everyone would play that for the next like 3 months. That was like an essential pickup at the time. But I wouldn't grab like every game that comes out, you know.
Here they come.
I regret buying the season pass from Marvel because of Oblivion, Expedition 33, and Overwatch. I've played it all. Yeah, no, I feel that.
One down.
I feel that. Why don't you just stream before it hits you? It's going to be a viable career for you. I don't think there's any amount of time. I think it's a threshold.
Double KO.
Not today.
It's a threshold. Well, for me, it was different though, because I got laid off at the start of COVID, so like I didn't have anything else to do. Like I literally couldn't get a job because everything was fucking shut.
I got something for the goat.
Yo, thanks for the 3 months. Everything was shut down.
Nothing personal.
And so I was like, well, this kind of fucking blows. Might as well give this a try. And by the time everything was opened up, I had already been streaming a ton, and it was working. So I was like, oh, fuck it, let's just keep going. Yo, PC.
Got one.
35 gifted. Appreciate you, dude. What's up, man? The time sub? Or sorry,
Here
what's
they
your
come.
1 and the 5 gifted? Much love, buddy. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. CarQ made you? I mean, not wrong. You're not technically wrong on that. Does it force you to no fun and enjoy yourself? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
One down.
Obviously there's checks and balances with it, but at least for me, right, like the way I would do it is like,
That's 3.
you know, let's say I was given like 20 bucks for the week for lunch at school. I try to spend like 15 of it and save the extra 5.
Nothing personal.
That was like my thing.
Double
So I'd always
KO.
try to skim a little off the top and put it away for later. I'd always try to do that.
Stick around. Not today.
I played Overwatch a bunch last week. What are you talking about? Actually, not even last week. Yeah, actually, no, it was last week. Played a bunch last week. I took Sunday off. I didn't even stream much yesterday. I just did the podcast, and then Saturday I did Minecraft Block Wars, and then I think I did like 1 or 2 days of Rivals before that, and then I did Overwatch all before
One
that.
down.
The children yearn for the 401k. When I was younger, I wanted to save. But I didn't spend a penny of my money for like 4 years. Damn. That's good. Let's respect that. Honestly, right now, kind of the best time. Kind of the best time to do that is right now. To be honest with you, right now is genuinely the best time. On Rivals, but curious, do you prefer Oblivion or Skyrim? For childhood memories, childhood impact, like thing that I remember more, Oblivion. But Skyrim was still amazing. Like they were both amazing, but Oblivion was first. And so like your first is always the one that hits a little harder, right? Like for example, my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Ruby, and then Pokemon Sapphire, and then eventually Emerald, right? Those are my first ones, but then I also got like Fire Red, Leaf Green, then I eventually got like Soul Silver, I got Silver, you know what I mean? Like you go bouncing around, then I played like every other game after that, but like Gen 3 always kind of like becomes your favorite, right? So oh yeah, Flats is near the end of the month. Do you have somewhere to live? Okay.
Here they come.
All right. Good news. The homeless arc is not happening. I got it solved yesterday. We're good. We're good. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. I forgot to tell you guys yesterday because of the podcast. The homeless arc has in fact been avoided. We're good. It took a lot of being like, hello? Are you guys there? For them to finally do it.
Not today.
Yo, Peter, thank you for the super chat as well. Appreciate it, dude. But yeah, the homeless arc will not be starting. We made it. They did give me my lease. I don't know what took them so long. Like, I was like, hello, guys? Like, if you don't want me to live here anymore, just tell me. And they kept being like, no, yeah, we're gonna get you the lease. It's fine. I'm like, hello? Hurry up, please. Like, I have 2 days left, 3 days left.
That's 3.
I don't know what took them so long. I literally brought it up on like April 2nd, and I didn't get the lease until the 28th of April. And it was, and my lease ended on May 1st. So, broke joke. Thank you for 3 months. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Does the homeless arc mean no subathon? No homeless arc mean no subathon? No. Oh man.
Nothing personal.
It's funny as shit.
Double KO.
Coming to you live from a van down by the river. God.
Got one.
Double KO.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, oh, Soul Racer thing with the Prime as well. Wait, why did that just pop up? Wait, when was that? Fuck. I literally just watched that pop up.
Incoming.
Wait, it's not in chat. What the fuck? How did Stream Elements just record a sub that didn't happen? What? Okay, Stream Elements is on something today. I don't know what's going on with it. What is that big head mode, by the way? I don't know, I haven't played it. Ghost sub? Wait, did you actually... Wait, that was you. You just subbed. Wait, did you actually... You just subbed, right? Or was that earlier? Oh, because Intoxicated Death's 5 gifted just appeared. Did you hit the share button on it? Did it record the sub without you hitting share? Is that a new thing? Oh, it was earlier. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just... Okay, it's collecting the ones from earlier that it missed. Okay, I understand what's happening.
Incoming.
What else was I gonna do today? Oh, I got sent this article about Marathon. I might look at that.
Not so fast.
Might take a look at that.
One
Did you watch the Nintendo Direct? When was that?
Double KO.
Was there a Nintendo Direct
That's
today?
3.
It was a couple weeks ago? Oh yeah, there was the one from a couple weeks ago.
Target neutralized.
Yeah, that should be on TV.
Double KO.
Right? Yeah, it's right here. There it is. I did watch it. I watched it.
Stick around. Not today.
Big head mode is so awful. When Loki went invisible, moved into a corner, and didn't have to play. Just scrolled
Here they
Twitter.
come.
That's actually kind of funny.
KO.
Someone who's never played an Elder Scrolls game, or I'm having so much fun on the Oblivion remaster. Hey, I'm glad you are. A game's kind of goofy. So if you haven't played it before, there might be some janky
Nothing
stuff
personal.
that like throws people off. That's kind of understandable, but you know. Bungie said the alpha build's only 2 months, I think, for marathon. Yeah, that's what the article was pretty much referring to. Do you think a rival support would survive a day in Overwatch?
Not so fast. Nothing personal.
I don't think it really matters that much
Incoming.
either way. Like, they play very differently, and even though they're very similar games, they are very different in other ways. And you're also talking at that point like a player who's been playing a game for like 6 months versus a player that's probably playing a game for like somewhere between 4 to 8 years, you know. What are the drops for rivals? I think it's still the Namor skin. They do this weird thing with the rivals drops where they do like drops for like 3 weeks. You did not reply to my son? Oh yeah, I didn't reply to your son. If it was anything, I was in your stream for a while earlier. I just didn't say anything. I kind of forgot. I forgot I should probably speak. Actually, speaking of speaking, hold on, I need to think of something
Incoming.
really quick. You just reminded me. I need to add keyword to Flats TV. Pins. Million-step process. Hello? Why no resend?
Incoming.
Resend. Hello? Why not? I think my YouTube's bugged out. Resend. Oh. There we go. It was bugged out. Okay. You know, I appreciate you, YouTube, for having such strict
Incoming.
and annoying security. Jesus. Let me in. Okay. All right, sorry. Because we're changing the way we're working Flats TV stuff, so we're gonna upload variety
Come back here.
stuff there, because like it just been taking too long to
Got
get
one.
videos out. We've just been giga backlogged.
KO.
And I don't want to fuck with the Rivals Overwatch stuff that we currently have going. So I had to get Keyword
That's 3.
over there. No, it's not really retro slacking. It's literally we've run into a daily limit. Like we only upload one
Incoming.
video a day, because like more than one video a day kind of causes issues. And so because we're uploading only one a day,
Stick around.
we fall behind really quickly.
Not today.
What happens to 2 and more Flats? 2 will still be the same. 2 is still like a more of a yapping channel
Double
about
KO.
Rivals/Overwatch. More Flats is like a VODs channel that we're just gonna throw shit at this point. It's just basically everything we don't have room for on the main and for main, and then TV will just have all variety. Period. That's pretty much. Flats Ventures is peak on Flats 2. True. True. Flats
One
Ventures
down.
was great.
Double KO.
Marky's Instinct of the Prime. Whee. What do you think of the tank strike going on? Brother, there's no tank strike. Come on now.
Wow.
Let's be real. No, there isn't. That's just called
Nothing
tank on a
personal.
Tuesday. Right? Please tell me this is not true.
Way to go.
What's up, Marky? Thanks, dude. Yeah, Boger started it. Oh, yeah. Boger started it. I'm sure it's really, very serious. What are your thoughts on more cooking streams? We will. Me and Imong will when his house is built. We've already talked about it.
Target neutralized.
Flats, are all the Black Panther killing cloak posts on Reddit a government psyop to make us hate dive?
Hey Flats,
Oh my
been
God, I know what
watching
you're
pretty
talking about.
consistently for a while and I recently started streaming myself. You've been an inspiration for
Oh,
me to
yo.
just get out there and do it. Keep up
Oh,
the great
thanks for the
work.
6 months, dude. Hey, good luck. That's how you do it.
Incoming.
That's how you do it. Oh, I know what clip you're talking about. Where is it? Where's the fucking clip? Where is this thing? Bet if I scroll long enough, I'll see it. Saw this thing like 20 times last night. Of course, the one time I want to find it, now I can't find it. Love how that works. And I'm just getting
Incoming.
dog shit. Like, if you scroll too fast on Twitter, I swear it just starts feeding you dog shit. What is this? I don't care about half of this. Where's this goddamn clip? Chad, do you guys know where this clip is? What clip? The cloak and dagger dying to a B-piece clip. The clip that is making everyone go fucking crazy. Oh, I found it. I found it. Alright, chat, have you guys seen this thing? There's this clip that's gone fucking viral. It's got 3.9 million views, 4,000 likes. That's when you know shit's gone south. Said, how am I even supposed to respond to this? Hashtag Marvel Rivals. And it's a clip of a cloak and dagger player. I'm gonna play the clip real quick. Just so you can see it. And the caption, this from a Reddit post, is how am I even supposed to respond to this? And hang on, is this the one that quotes it? Oh yeah, there's a million quotes just like this. This is Necros' quote. This tweet's crazy to me because people really complain about all the literal worst, most inconsistent diver in the game with a million counters. And so I find this so funny because no offense to my fellow competitive, good, high rank Andes. Just like they are just the worst communicators on the fucking planet. All of them. Like everyone looks at these and just like is like, yeah, no shit, BP sucks. Like how the fuck you died to BP. They used all their cooldowns. And they're right. They're fucking right. But they don't know how to explain to the average player why to them it's so obvious, right? This post was bait according to the Reddit post. I know this post is probably bait. But all the reaction to it, right, are still valid reactions. The bait pulls out reactions that are like still people's thoughts and feelings, right? So here's the issue. The average player looks at this clip and goes, what the fuck? What do you mean? How the hell are you supposed to react? Because you're looking at it through their eyes. That's how the average player looks at it. They look at what's on the screen. They don't look at it in a game sense type of way. That's how we look at it. And so the reason why we look at it and we think it's wrong is because here's how we looked at it. One, this walking like randomly off to the side. So they wait. They're like, I don't know what in the world they're kind of doing. They're like off checking the flowers and then they go look behind them to their spawn. This isn't what we mean when we say having awareness and looking around you. They're not. That's your spawn. There's people coming from there. You would know if there's people coming from behind you. The most common flank angle here is going to be from the right or the top left. The behind left doesn't make sense to look at, right? So the correct one would have probably been to kept walking with everybody, right? And then looking to the right. That's how you actually keep that going. Because otherwise, if they are up here, they have to come to the ledge to look down, which gives time for everyone to look. And then you're looking for the actual threats that are over here, right?
The way the
but it takes too long.
Exploding over this clip is crazy. Much love. Hope
I know.
Well today.
But like,
Black
they're not
emoji.
like the players who look at this and go, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" aren't wrong. Like they're not wrong because like what like in this situation, what are they supposed to do? Well, it wasn't about reacting in the moment. It's about preventing it from ever happening. That's the problem. Once this happens, this sequence started right here. It's cooked. It's over. GG. You already lost. There is no reacting. Because by the time they switch over to cloak form and then fade away, some people say like, oh, you should come out on cloak. Nobody comes out on cloak. What the fuck are you talking about? Right? The way you prevent this from happening is just not being in the situation, right? She could have bubbled her feet. True, but it's a console gamer. Look down here. It's a console gamer. So when you deal with console gamers, a lot of times, and you got to realize this is probably not some GM or Celestial or Eternity or One Above All player. This probably isn't the reaction time of some absolute gamer, right? This is probably the average person, right? Like, that was pretty fucking quick. That was pretty fucking quick, right? And so that's why when people look at this, they go, what am I supposed to fucking do? And the way you deal with this is preventing it from even happening, right? Preventing it from even happening is the correct answer. So when they kind of like walk out and they kind of just like wander off on their own, then they don't actually check for the threats where they should be coming from, like map knowledge. That's how they get fucking cooked, right? And on top of that too, because of all the time they took backing away, they went from literally kissing their Thor's cheeks to look where they die. They're a million miles behind. There's no one gonna help you. And this is the average, this is the player that's gonna scream, I need peels, I need help, somebody help me. And it's like, nobody's gonna be able to help you, man, you're just dead. But also the BP commits all of his cooldowns for you, right? So like this BP should be killable, but you're by yourself, right? Because everyone's walking out of spawn. And also, you got to realize when people are walking out of spawn, people have their fucking brains turned off 90% of the time. Chat, think about this for 2 seconds. Is it easier to kill someone in a mid fight or to spawn kill somebody? A lot of times, if you catch somebody sleeping, walking out of spawn, walking in a straight line, it's 10 times easier to kill someone walking back from spawn than it is to kill them in a fight. Because, like, they'll actually fight back. They're coming back from spawn, they have their phone in their hand, they're checking Twitter. They're not even, like, talking about whatever, right? Wouldn't the question also be, what rank is the BP? He double speared dash and is uncon for a lower rank. Someone could one-shot that regardless of rank. I mean, I guess there is that question too. Yeah, I guess that is also a question, as it could be. But I don't think he double speared. I don't think he double spears at all, actually. I think he spears once and then double dashes. He double dashes. So, because he kicks out. So I think it's actually spear dash, which is really not that insane. Oh, his double for 275 HP is up? I think they take poke from somewhere else. Where did they take poke from, actually? Maybe they double speared? Is it double spear? Oh, it's okay. So it's not spear dash. It's spear dash. So I don't think that. I mean, I guess they could be. It's a very weird use of your cooldowns, though. I mean, I guess you could. Huh. Yeah, it's spear dash. I mean, you could probably argue that maybe it's someone that's a little bit higher rank, potentially too. Yeah, that, I guess that is actually a valid argument. There's nothing. I'm not gonna fully disagree with that. I got nothing against it. I think that's actually a pretty valid take. Regardless, though, you got to look at it through like their eyes. Like, this is a ridiculously fast time to kill, and listen, okay, I know it sucks, but the way you keep this from happening is before the interaction even starts. So once they've caught you, once the kill starts, the reason why it's so quick is because you're in a bad spot and you were kind of sleeping on the way out, you know? And that's okay. It doesn't make you like a piece of shit. It doesn't make you like a bad person. But that's how that happens. You know what I mean? Like, if you're talking about reacting in time, that's tough. You know, sometimes it's hard. It's not even that fast. Come on now. Let's not pretend this isn't fast. Let's not pretend that's not quick. Like, come on now. Like, that's just, I think that's just a bit of an unfair argument, you know? You can hear the BP grunt too. Yep, you did hear him. You did hear him, actually. Not wrong. And I've watched enough spectating bronze to probably say people do not pay attention to the sounds around them, to the audio sounds around them at all. Granted though, all of this is prevented. All of this is prevented through pathing, not like going off to the side, wandering around, and like knowing what the flanks are, right? Like, that's game sense. And I know it's annoying. I know that's crazy fast, but that's kind of how support it ends up being, because you have to use your tools to stay alive against something like that. And your tool in this case was your own positioning. And I know that's really annoying to hear. I know that sucks, because like, there's no way you would have reacted to this in time. I'm not even saying that they should have reacted faster, because I don't think this is probably the average console gamer. They shouldn't, and they're never going to. But there is also something to be learned here either. There is something to be learned. You know what there is to learn here, chat? It's kind of an unfortunate reality. This is the average player's experience. Don't play cloak? No, that's not what we learned. We learned that this is probably the average player's experience. This is what happens to them. And whether you like it or not, You can say skill issue, but hold up. Wait a minute. Pause. Wasn't one of the biggest touted talking points of Rivals is that it's supposed to be a casual game and more fun and casually balanced for casual players to have fun? This isn't fun for them. That's not fun for anyone. So a game that is marketed to be casual and a game that is going to live and die by those casuals, and if this is their experience, they're not going to keep playing. They're going to get sick of it. So what do you do? Because you could say skill issue all day long, but be real with me. What are the chances? What is more likely to happen? The casual player is going to go, yeah, that was my fault. I should put some extra hours in and do some VOD review and see what's going on. Or are they going to go play Oblivion? Or are they going to go play, what was the other game that came out? Something 33, I forget. So I just want to be careful. I want to be careful. A lot of people will just say skill issue. And even though I don't disagree with you, like you're objectively correct. You're objectively correct. I want to warn you that you're going to push people away very quickly. You're going to push people away very quickly. In a game that's going to live and die by casuals, that's an uh-oh. Because this game doesn't want to be a competitive game. Right? Isn't that the point? The game doesn't want to be a competitive game. So Expedition 33, yeah. Sorry. I blanked out. Listen. All right. I hope that doesn't happen. But regardless, though. Anyways, can you pull up the other BP post on Reddit? What's the other BP post? Can you show me? Do you link me? I'll look at it. I don't really get the Skillshare thing, but it's hard for me to not be less casual in an inherently competitive shooter. Wait, hang on. Sorry. I don't really get the Skillshare thing, but isn't it just hard to be not less casual? But isn't it just hard to not be less casual if it's an inherently competitive shooter? I'm not gonna lie, brother. There was like 3 conflicting, like double negative words, and I'm confused on the second half of that. The skill issue thing, I kind of already went over on that one. Let me see what this link is. Oh, is this a different one? This cloak is having a bad day?
Killing that tree. We're going to stop
What's the... God, the fucking quality on this is horrid.
him. Killing that tree. We're going to stop him.
My aim is true.
Killing that tree. We're going to stop him.
So it is the double spear.
My aim is true.
Killing that tree.
I mean, that kind of is BP, right? BP's whole thing is like, dude, if you remember like 2 or 3, actually no, it was like 2 or 3 months ago, I think, people would ask me, how do you play Black Panther? I'm like, listen, I'm not a Black Panther player, but I'll tell you right now, if you want to get really good at Black Panther, you got to learn how to do one thing and one thing only. You got to learn how to do 180s. Like if you can do a 180 flick on your mouse consistently, like without even thinking, like you just get so good at the muscle memory that you can just consistently do it. That's how you play BP. Like get really good at that, and then you can really go like 180, right click, 180, shift, 180, right click, you know what I mean? And just like you could kill anybody. And people are starting to already get good at that. Listen, right? People say skill issue.
Strong in Rivals ATM, so it makes sense dying in 3 hits. Also, hello chat and streamer.
Link for this 12 months. I mean, real talk, right? Are they wrong to say that this is ridiculously fast? No, they're not wrong. But in higher rank play,
We're going to stop him.
in this case, that BP should die instantly after because he's got no cooldowns left, right? But that's not the average player's experience. You can see the average player's experience happening right before us, before our very eyes. There's a Hella and a couple other people that are pushing their spawn, right? And then this guy gets absolutely eviscerated, right? We cannot see how many of them on the team is alive. Okay, it's really not going to make a big difference. You can see them on the screen. That's what I'm trying to show you. They're on the screen. Like look at the map. But everyone's pushing forward, right? That's not an average BP either. Are you sure? Are you sure that's not an average BP? Because all they're doing is right-clicking, and double shifting. That's really not that difficult. If you want to say they're smurfing, sure. I'm not going to fight you on that one. I'm not like super against it, but most BPs aren't ghost dashing. It's literally spear. It's right click, shift, 180 shift. That's really not that insane. Like especially if you get really good at the 180. If they only play that and they know how to do the 180, that's really not like, okay, listen. Whether you agree or disagree that they are not an average BP or not, this is just a reflection of many people's experience. That's all I'm trying to tell you, right? And all I'm trying to tell you, that's a Celestial / high GM lobby flats, or right now it is Plat 1. How do you know that? Does it say that in the replies? You pulled up tracker? Did you look up that player's tag? Check. Can somebody confirm? Can someone double check? I just want a second person to just potentially look and say if it is. It's further down. Someone asked for the tracker. I don't see it. Celestial 3 for season 1, Celestial 1 or Celestial 3 for season 1.5 as well from last season. Okay. So they're not. Okay, so you know what? So if they're Celestial, okay, so if they're Celestial 3 last season, currently plat because of the rank reset, this isn't like a complete shitter, right? This isn't a complete shitter, which means they're also playing against people that are not complete shitters, right? Arguably, though, their team should turn and help after they burn all their cooldowns, but that doesn't happen. Regardless, though, right? For anyone argue skill issue on this stuff, I just want you to know, like, I agree with you for the most part. Like, I agree with you. There are ways to mitigate this stuff. You could make swaps. There's, like, for the first clip, there's positioning, right? Awareness, map awareness, knowing flanks. You could talk audio cues. There's a million things you could do before that to prevent it from happening. Once the interaction starts, you're cooked. It's GG. It's game over, right? What I'm trying to point out is that if this is the player's experience consistently, and you have a game that markets itself as casual friendly and wanting to be fun, these players aren't going to have fun.
Thanks for all the
So
great
what
content,
is the
Senior
answer?
Flats.
How do you stop that? Okay? How do you stop that? Do you nerf those characters? Do you give them more abilities? Right? But it's a high-ranked match. What does that have to do with anything I just said? It's if that's happening in a high-ranked match, though, the first clip definitely was not. This is a different clip. We watched two different clips. We watched one clip here, right? This one is much higher ranked than the first clip, right? Yeah, I know I said casual. That's why we're looking at two clips. There's two different clips. Right? Yo, hey, lock the fuck in, right? So if it happens at a higher rank, right? But at the higher rank, there's ways to mitigate. There's other things they can do, right? But at the lower, those players are not having fun. And you can sit there and whine and say skill issue all day long. And I'm literally agreeing with you. Why are you arguing with me? I'm literally agreeing with you. But there's a problem, though, with saying skill issue, right? I could tell you, as a person who played these games before many fucking times, people don't want to be told skill issue. They don't like it. They fucking hate it. They don't want that, right? They want to have fun. They want to play the game and have fun, right? That's the whole point. And if they're not having fun, they're not going to play. This is not a casual BP. Okay, let's watch again. Okay? I can't tell if you're just intentionally trying to be stupid or like you're trying, like, or maybe it just comes natural. This is a console gamer who very clearly made a few mistakes that lead to them dying, right? They literally died from a right click, dash, right? So like the point is, right? The BP hits 4 buttons and they just disappear. The cloak could have done things to prevent it from happening. But this is the average player's experience. They're a literal console gamer. So I've spectated a lot of console gamers in my time. You gotta understand. This is not some insane gamer that is locked the fuck in. This is somebody who's playing Cloak and Dagger on their console who just wants to fucking play support. Like, look at the rest of their team comp. Like, they have a Thor, Mag, Scarlet Witch. This is the average experience game. And now you want to say, if you want to argue the BP is not average, maybe it's a Smurf, whatever. That doesn't make it any better though, right? Like, it doesn't make it any better. It just, people are still going to have no fun with it. And how do you keep that from happening is what I'm trying to ask and tell you, because it is an easy answer to say skill issue. It's easy to say skill issue, and it's correct to say skill issue, but it's not good for your game's long-term health to say that, because people will just say fuck it. And the other option is to make it more competitive, because what happens when people play a game for a long time, right? When people play a game for a long time, they get good at it. Think about how this game has evolved over the last few months. We went from Magneto ult sucks to using Magneto ult to killing Cloak and Dagger ults to eventually using Magneto ult to counter other ults like Star-Lord ult to now using it as a counter to other ults, but also using it as a way to also kill support ults. So like you're trying to use, you basically are like, okay, my support doesn't have ult yet. They have a support ult coming online. I could actually wait towards the back end of their support ult to then counter their Star-Lord ult and then still also kill a support. You have to think of like 4 things ahead now. That's what happens because people learn, right? As people get better and improve, they also want to be challenged. They want to be rewarded for putting their time in, which means people are going to get better. And as people get better, the game becomes more sweaty. And people who don't play as much are going to get left behind. Now, you pair that with something like this, where then people say, skill issue, you suck, you're not actually very good, you'd figure it out. Those people are just going to stop playing. Whether you like it or not, they're probably going to stop playing. So, how do you solve it? I don't know. We've never done this before. But I want you to, if you're on the skill issue side, I just want you to pump the brakes a little bit, right? That's all I'm trying to say is pump the brakes, because everyone agrees. All the high rank players, all the good players, all the skilled players agree it's a bit of a skill issue. But that's not the answer. That's not the answer we should be going for. There needs to be a different answer. Because if you just say skill issue in a game like this, they're going to just stop playing. That's the real talk. People want this to be a casual, friendly game. If you want a competitive hero shooter, Overwatch is right there. It's right there. That's it. So the answer might end up being that a lot of these one-shot dive characters might have to get the Doomfist treatment from Overwatch, where they just literally are never allowed to be meta and never allowed to be really good. So what's your point? I literally just said it. I was just, hey, guys, hey, open your ears! I'm trying to tell you the points. People can't deal with this shit. It's not like they literally can't figure it out. They don't know what to do. And it's not fun to play against. And because it's not fun to play against, they won't deal with it. Overwatch solved it? Yeah, they did. By making those characters shit. For a long time. You know? So that might be the answer. I'm not saying that is the answer. I'm saying it might be the answer. Genji is still terrible. There's a lot of characters. Doomfist got moved from a DPS to a tank. Genji. Oh my god, who are some of the other ones? Tracer, actually, the whole reason Brig even exists is because Tracer. Yo, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, dude.
People act like games aren't leisure activities. If you're having a bad time and people just yell skill issue at you, they probably will just stop playing, which is bad for the game.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We did it in Overwatch, and I think it was wrong. If we wanted it to be a casual game. But that's the thing, though. Overwatch was a competitive game, and honestly, I think Overwatch does better as a competitive game. But this game, though, wants to be a casual game. So that's the correct way to go, is to not say skill issue. If you want it to be a competitive game, skill issue is the correct way. So I don't know. You'll have to figure it out. You have to figure it out. Don't know. Anyways, though, I thought it was interesting. I thought that whole thing was very, very interesting. I wanted to give a different perspective. Oh. Okay. Cool. All right. I have some spectating we could do too. I think we might be able to do that today.
Sometimes I wish I could go back into the deep freeze for a few more decades. One down. Incoming.
I don't know, F-Flats, I'm still not used to being a morning streamer. It's kind of throwing me off. Yo, thank you 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hold on.
There is no way to have a casual hero shooter when there are characters with skill expression and a high skill ceiling. Because they constantly start to dominate.
You don't say.
Not today.
Double KO.
Hey. All I'm doing is just saying what everyone quote unquote has wanted this game since it came out.
Wow,
More casual.
5! That's amazing!
Right?
Got one.
Valenzano think that's tier 1. What everyone always says they wanted, right? That's how you do it. That's how you're gonna keep it that way.
Go! Unbelievable!
Another one off my list. Incoming.
Don't get mad at the message.
I hit a huge shatter on Rainin Stadium the other day and had the biggest smirk on my face just thinking Flats would be proud. Lol.
One
Thank you for
down.
the super chat, dude. That sounds awesome.
Double KO!
But yeah, I don't know. I think Marvel Rivals is gonna be the next big mainstream comp game, like CS:GO, like League, or like Pokemon. That was a wild list of games you just put out there. But also I don't know about that one. Well, yeah, oh yeah, it's what you were saying, Caps, about being up earlier, dude. I just haven't been able to sleep at night recently. I don't know what's going on. I've been getting up early. Actually, this morning I got up early because I had to shit my fucking brains out. I don't know what was going on. This morning I woke up with a little tummy ache, and then it was just a fucking evacuation. And then at that point, I'm not going back to bed. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, too late now.
Nothing personal.
We're turning old. I also get up early. I don't want to be up early though.
That's 3!
Return of the Bad Burger. I had a burger again last night and it happened again. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
6 in a row! Way to go!
Unironically, that might be what it
Another one
is.
off my list.
Imagine you're allergic to burgers.
Nothing
Oh,
personal.
I don't care. Then I'm just gonna keep it up. I'm just gonna keep going. You want to ask? GM asked for
Here
less
they
review.
come.
You know what's funny, crap? We should tell people that want to be coached. If someone ever DMs you on Discord, you should ask them: Are you or your
Target
parents? You can't actually ask this, but like, are you or your parents worth at least 100 million? Because at that point, it's like, dude, you want a month of coaching for $1 million? We can write up a little contract. I'm in. Like, I'm down.
Double KO!
You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you whatever you want at that point.
That's 3!
Come back here.
Wow, 4 in a row!
Otherwise, no. I thought you were gonna say, are your parents divorced? Oh God.
Got one.
Yeah, if some like billionaire's kid pops in and is like, I want this, sure.
Double KO!
I've heard of stories of that like that before, by the way. You'd be surprised. I've heard of stories
Here
of
they
like
come.
multi, like we're talking like hundreds of millions of dollars to like billionaires' kids
Not
that like
today.
end up meeting esports teams or whatever, and they get paid like ridiculous amount of money just to hang out and play some games with them for a few hours.
Way to go!
Gameland's thinking the 2 months. I'm dead ass. I'm dead fucking serious.
Stick around. Got one.
Collab with the Daily Bugle when? What? The guy's name is J. Jonah Jameson. That's actually so funny.
Double KO!
How much you paying, Jonah? I get classic every
Here they
week.
come.
People ask me about coaching the class. People think I'm like Flans like the old days. So funny crap. And my Instagram DMs have blown up with that. That's how I can tell Rivals is shifting from a casual to a competitive game.
One down.
Real talk. Because of how many people I've noticed have just spiked in that department. Now everyone wants to be good. Everyone wants to get better. And also with the rank reset, they feel like they're shit and they're like, oh, I gotta do something to get better. Like my Instagram DMs are fucking filled. I checked the other day, there was like 50. And I'm like, brother, I'm not opening any of these. Second off, like, what the fuck? Money is not an issue with my GOAT rival streamer? Yo, you're not even subbed! What do you mean? What do you... No, I'm just kidding. Can I thank you for the tier 1? I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. No DMs from Squirrel Girl and Viz, though? Yeah, true. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's all like, yo, bro, you should play with me. Yo, bro, I need coaching. Yo, bro, I'm GM. You should spectate me. Yo, bro. Or some people just straight up just don't even say anything. They literally just drop the code. They just drop a replay code with no context. That's it.
Nothing personal.
I'm like, hello?
That's 3.
Stick around.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Yo,
Not today.
I'm birthday queen. I'm gonna Phil's birthday man for Queen of the Night.
That's amazing.
Hello, hello. And Brock the Brash, I think the 2-1. Emma Frost is still not in your DMs. Nope.
Not so fast.
Not there.
6 in a row.
Nobody's there. It's okay.
Nothing personal.
I'd be too scared to answer anyways. We've been over this. No, it's not my birthday.
Here they come.
What streamer / YouTuber would you most want to come to Rivals? I don't even know how to answer that. What do you mean? Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to make anyone play anything they don't want to play.
Got one.
You know? I had one person straight up say, I'm bored of Rivals now, roast my gameplay and entertain me.
That's 3.
You should have roasted them back, being like, yeah, I'll roast you. You're too fucking stupid to realize that I'm not Flats. I'm fucking one of his mods. Reed, stupid. Give him a freebie. No, I probably shouldn't do that either, but, God, you're better than me. You're better than me on that one.
Target neutralized. Not so fast.
Double KO.
Oh, man.
Incoming.
Bro asked for a private stream.
Nothing personal.
Double KO. That's 3.
3 down.
Yo, private streams are kind of gas.
Stick around.
Dude, when before Deadlock came out,
5.
when it was still under NDA, I used to get Seagull private streams because I was in the thing too, but I wasn't playing Deadlock, and he was in really high rank lobbies, so I wanted to see what high rank Deadlock looked like. So he would just stream Deadlock to me and Shade, and like sometimes emoing in Discord, and we just watch what high rank Deadlock looks like for a couple hours. It was great. Silently Frost, thank you for the 9 months, appreciate it.
One down. Come back here.
Double KO.
Incoming.
How am I feeling today? I'm kind of tired, but it's okay. Dickatot, thank you for the Prime. I do hear some people pay to be roasted. Like I said, you billionaire's child, you can get whatever you want. Otherwise, you're not getting shit.
Not today.
How much would you ask for a private VOD review? I don't want one, but I'm curious. Again, are you a billionaire's child? If you're a billionaire's child, and money means nothing to you,
Double KO.
I'll give you a month. I'll give you a month of whatever you want for $1 million.
Not so fast.
We'll figure something out. Snack Barbarian, think the Prime. Super Toast, think of the
Not
5 months.
today.
Yeah, if you're a billionaire's child, what's $1 million to a billionaire? Nothing.
Amazing.
Fucking nothing to you.
Come back here.
6 in a row. Way to go.
Yeah. 50K an hour for an hour session. 50K an hour. There you go. How about that?
Nothing personal.
You know, if millions too much, we'll do 50K an hour. We'll do 2 hours for 100K. There you go. And then you can come back in 2 weeks once you've implemented those things, and we'll do another 100K for 2 hours. There you go.
Stick around. Not today.
I have a $20 Walmart gift card. Take it or leave it. Balls in your court.
Double KO.
I'm taking that ball
Kicking it.
down the street.
Here they come.
Million for a month is way too low. Make it 5 mil. I like the way you think.
Come back here. Not today.
Double KO.
Oh, true, because you could start high. You could be like 5 million. They're like, that's ridiculous. We're like, okay, well, like, what do you think? What do you think's fair?
That's
And then,
3.
and then we negotiate down to 1 million.
Wow,
Oh, wait, that's
4 in a
fucking
row.
genius.
Target neutralized.
I like the way you think.
That's amazing. 6 in a row. Way to go.
That VTuber is rich? What VTuber? Oh yeah, isn't like the VTuber world like on fire or something like that? Oh, I forgot about that. That was different.
Incoming.
That was different. Oh, that was different. They lost their LeBron James? No way it was actually like their LeBron James. Ain't no way. Goro was there LeBron? Oh yeah, there's so dude,
Not so fast.
dude, so much. There's a bajillion fucking.
Nothing personal.
Well, hang on, I was talking about the other one.
3.
I was talking about the other one. All right, why is like every week there's something?
Come back here.
5. That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
Here they come.
There's always something happening in the VTuber sphere. VTubers scare me, man. VTubers scare me a little bit.
Double KO.
You know, it's a little terrifying.
That's 3.
Yo, say that thing for 3
emoji.
months. I appreciate it. The 3 months. Can I be honest with you as an outsider for like the whole VTuber thing? Like, one of my biggest fears as a creator is people thinking I'm trying to like clout chase them, right?
Your boy is evolving.
I never
from
wanna do that.
console and joining the PC Master Race 2. Is there anything I should avoid when downloading mods?
Yeah, you should be really careful when downloading mods, actually, because like, be very careful. I can't tell you where everything is, but like, the whole point, the mods are typically a little spooky. You gotta know what you're doing, so make sure you really know what you're doing before you download anything random. Thinking of the 5 though. Listen, I try not, I don't like reach out to many people unless I'm like comfy with them, you know, or it's like we're kind of in the same space, maybe we've interacted or we have like mutual friends, right? Because like, you know, nobody wants to be that guy. At least I don't want to be that guy, right? But like the whole VTuber space basically thrives on collabs, right? Like everyone wants to play with each other, and it's like, you know, people kind of want to like succeed as streamers too, right? So like, isn't it kind of natural to want to like progressively play with more people? And then like, once you get to a certain point, like, you kind of play with people that are around your same level, right? Like, it's very rare, like, some giganto streamer plays with, like, a small streamer, right? It's very rare. Unless they just, like, have a bajillion friends in the space. So, like, you kind of just, like, keep going with people your size until you just keep climbing the ladder, and then you get to a point where it's, like, you hit the top, and then it's, like, all the top people interact, right?
Video and I have a quick question. Is there a big TMG diff when throwing your shield and just
it's like 5.
punching?
It's like 5 damage. Think of the 2 months. And so, like, what happens to all the people that if you grow beyond them, right? Like, let's say you play, you're a 1,000 viewer streamer and you collab with a bunch of other 1,000 viewer streamers, and then you go to like 3,000, right? And it's like, well, do you collab with all the 3,000 viewer streamers? Like, yeah, but like, what about the people at 1,000? Like, do you just not play with them anymore? Like, were you guys not actually friends? It's like, oh, you probably weren't, because like you just were doing quote unquote collabs, and it's like the whole space. They kind of do that. You make friends along the way, but like, do they keep playing with those friends? You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience in that department, but like the couple times that I played with like VTuber friends or friends that were VTubers, like they would have days where they had like collabs scheduled, and like we'd play for like 2 hours, and then they'd be like, okay, I gotta go, I have someone else to play with, bye, and they just like peace. And it's like, we were having a fun time. I thought we were having a great time, you know? But it's like they'd already scheduled like multiple people to play with in the same day, and it's like, oh, okay, sounds good. Okay, see you later. You know? And it just like it just feels weird. It feels strange. I don't know. And I get it. It's like nothing against it, but yeah, still scared. It kind of scares me a little bit. Yeah, they make appointments. Okay. I'm not an appointment person. I'm not an appointment hangout person. Like, there's a difference though between like, yo, you want to hang out on Sunday, right? Like, yeah, sure, right? Real life streamers are also clout chasers. They're all, I'm not, absolutely. I know there is. I know for a fact there is. Not all, like, but I'm like, real life streaming. The whole culture isn't around collabs. Like, I feel like VTuber culture is kind of around collabs though. No. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But fuck, I lost my train of thought. What I was gonna say. That threw me off a little bit. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh, appointments. Like, yeah, like if we have to go get dinner, right? If I'm like, oh, we're all gonna go get dinner on Sunday night, right? It's like, okay, well, how many people are going? Well, if we're going with 10 people, you got to tell 10 people at the same time, right? But if it's like, it's only you and me, be like, yo, you were going out Sunday? You're like, yeah, all right, I'll text you Sunday, right? And then like Sunday, it's like, yo, what's your day looking like? It's like, oh, I'm out at 4. It's like, all right, we can go 5. It's like, oh, but I'm actually a little busy, so can we go at 6? Okay, sure. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's like a loose planning. I'm like more of a loose planner, but like some people are like, this time, this day, this place, we go here, we play these, and it's like, I don't want to do that. Because like if the day comes around and it's like, yo, I don't actually really want to do that very much. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to do that. Like, that's different than, you know, like planning to go out and see people you haven't seen in a while. It's like, well, let us play this game at 2 o'clock, and it's like, well, if I don't want to play that game at 2 o'clock, now what? You know? Oh, yeah, I got nothing wrong against collabs or anything like that, but there's a difference, like, I'm just saying, like, I was just talking about how the VTuber space scares me a little bit, because it sometimes, at least as an outsider, looks like the entire thing is based on collabing with others, and it's like, isn't it a bit transactional, where you kind of just, like, work your way up the ladder, you know?
That's
I don't know.
Got one. Incoming.
And then you always see stories of people doing that. You're like,
Not so fast. 6 in a row. Way to go.
Clouds aren't as common as you're thinking. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe the whole reason the collabs even happen is because they're bigger, more viral moments, and that's the moments people remember. So like that's the whole point, right? Like, I guess you could say that for myself. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, all you do is make tier lists and reach patch notes. It's like, well, that might be just like a big thing that gets a lot of views, that people, like a subsection of people only watch that type of content, so they think it's always that. Maybe it's the same line of thinking for me with the collab stuff, right? It could be possibly. Watch Iron Man and she plays with anyone who made friends with regardless of channel size. That's awesome, by the way. Just saying. That's fucking sick. But like, overall though, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad there's people that are, you know,
incoming.
Not everyone's like that, but is it wrong to think of it that way? Like, way less common than I'm saying. What? collabs are usually just seen in big VTuber agencies. Indies tend to be more open. Oh. Yeah, the whole agencies thing is kind of spooky too, huh? Aren't like the agencies kind of like, you know?
Double KO. That's 3.
You know what I mean?
Wow, 4 in a row.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Just wanted to
3
be
in a
sure.
row.
Want to be sure on that one. I feel like for a big streamer, if you made friends with all the small streamers, you just be stressed. Everyone asking you to play all the time. I mean, that happens. That definitely happens.
Double KO. That's
But
3.
3 down.
it's not like that bad.
Incoming.
Because like, I don't know, at least for me it's not that bad because I can say no. You know what I mean? So character licensing, copyright infringement weren't an issue. I want my VTuber avatar to be the Uriel Septum. Agencies are restricting and can suck. That's part of why a lot of VTubers are graduating. Dude, chat, one day I should just like not say anything and just like create a VTuber alt persona.
Not so fast.
See if I can do it in the shadows. No, people would recognize my voice. I'd have to do a different mic or something. See if I can do it. No, it would never work. It genuinely would not work.
Wow, 4 in
It would
a
not
row.
work. It'd be funny if I was small. If I was a smaller streamer, I think it could be funny. See if you can do it again.
Got one.
Don't hide your voice at all. Just 100% deny it regardless. Just deny.
Double KO.
Honestly, not a bad strat.
3. Wow,
But here's
4
the
in a
problem
row.
with that, though.
3
You want to
in a
know the
row.
problem with that? Anyone with any knowledge of me outside of just like casual knowledge of me will catch on so quick. Because you won't just find... I'd have to have crap and retro and all the editors make new accounts too. They'd have to all be different people. Because like 90% of this time, this shit would fall apart if they didn't exist.
Got one.
You know what I mean? You know how many times I go, crap, and then like he has to come fix some shit? Like, we would be cooked. You imagine with having to have shit rigged? It'd be GG. We'd actually be GG. It literally wouldn't
One
work.
down.
So you'd be able to figure it out really quick.
Here they come.
You'd have to keep it. It'd have to be crazy. Unlock Necros from your basement. No. 100 gifted.
Come back here.
And I'll think about it.
Got one.
I'm dying at how quick crap posted that Wokage because he's always here. A reflex in my brain went off when you said that. No joke. Yup. Sorry. I was just saying, like, it just wouldn't work, you know? I don't know.
Which is the most Giga Chad Mr. Fantastic skin?
Probably the suit one. I would imagine. Alright. I got a little spectating to do. I gotta farm some YouTube content. Alright. Chat, let me run to the bathroom real quick. When I get back, we'll farm a little YouTube content. I have a video we could potentially even watch. And then... we'll go from there. Okay? Alright, be right back. BRB. Cool. All right. Let's get this shit going. Someone remind me to fire random. Oh! Oh my god! Wait, this might be a juicer. Lord on Emma has an incredibly high amount of games played already this season, and yet they've fallen from... Oh my god, okay. Crap might have found some juice. Chat, look at this. So... Crap sent me this one from the spectating bronze section right here, and it's a bronze 3 Emma Frost player, and they go, hey Flats, I'm a Black Ops 6 or BO6 player, I'm assuming Black Ops 6, that ended up in this timeline after watching your YouTube content on hero shooters. Last season's peak was Silver 2 with the Fist of Khonshu for fun, but I'm also an elite Smash Ultimate player. So as soon as I found out Emisiror Frost kit, is there something with this? I don't understand. Kit, yes Lord. Now we pulling all-nighters just to barely scratch bronze 1, then get dropped back down with an 11-game losing streak. I'm always fighting off double to quadruple teams and with no backup or healers or Iron Man and or Human Torch is raining down fire uncontested from a range I can't even hit. This was the first loss on that downhill plummet. 395 matches played in bronze 3? Oh my goodness. How did I don't even have Lord Emma. Oh, no, it is. You said it's not comp. It says 2.0. Oh, it's all modes. Oh, you're right. It is all modes. Well, we can check with the in-game one. What's their name again? Zeev of the Fourth. We can check in-game. That's simple. We can check in-game. Keaton think that's your one. Where are they? Oh, he's this person right here. 25 limbs, 7 deaths. Doesn't look bad. Only 6 final hits though. It's kind of low considering this guy probably hard carried. Oh my god. I think I have to. Oh no, I don't have to. All modes. Chat, is my math wrong, or is that a 35% win rate? Please tell me my math is wrong. My child of God, my brother in Christ, how the actual fuck do you have a 35% win rate? With 67 hours on Emma. They're still down. Wait, when was this posted? This was from the 26th, which was 3 days ago. They're still in bronze 3 right now. So they haven't climbed. Win, defeat, defeat, defeat. Wait, they're bottom of bronze 3. They lost 0. Oh no, maybe they're not, because I forgot everyone. Wait, hang on, the post is from the 26th. Wait, the post is from the 26th. They talked about going on a huge loss streak. This is a new loss streak since then. Oh my Christ. Wait, why submit to me the game where you have a bunch of kills? Why not show me? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go. This is gotta be. We're in for a good one. That's all I can feel. All right. What's up?
I swear, if this outfit gets ruined, there will be hell to pay. Some uninvited guests. But I would thwart no.
God give me the strength to get through this one. What in the fuck did I just witness? Okay, I want to know what is the thought process at the beginning? What happens here to just like shut off brain?
4, 3, 2.
I don't. Why aren't you fighting? Why aren't you doing anything? So then you just randomly throw a shield out here, as if that's supposed to stop the torch. The angle makes no sense. But then there's a Groot. How do we know there's a Groot? Well, there's a giant fucking wall about 3 feet to the right. So it probably would have signaled that he's here. So instead of starting to shoot the Groot right away, maybe try to hit your E, or sorry, on this case, I guess it's technically left bumper, like the diamond arrow thing on him. You pop your diamond form, which is your biggest source of damage, your CC, and your aggression ability, and you run back to spawn. So you take 10 million damage of poke, and your supports are healing, by the way. So your shield management is more than horrid. It's non-existent. You just put the shield out there and hope it does something. Second off, what in the fuck am I witnessing? Who cares about these walls? Just go to the left and fucking shoot his ass. Okay, shoot it. Okay. All right, you at least know how that works. That's great. Fantastic. We got something to work with here. All right. Why are you so scared? You play like a bitch. You're playing way too scared. You're trying to... You can't reach that far! Dude, there's no hit marker! Like, you think after like 2 or 3 seconds you realize, oh shit, like I can't reach. This is like 10 seconds! Fuck! I'm like, please! Jesus Christ! You can't reach! Okay, so the E, right? The fucking crystal thing has a range. And if they walk out of the range of it, it disappears. So you max ranging him every single time is gonna do nothing because he just takes 1 step away and you lose the fucking little crystal.
I'm just dying.
So you want to be a bit closer. Why are you playing the back of cart?
Disappear!
I want you to play up a little. Okay, so they just invis-ulted, right? So now you don't really want to walk in there. But where's your shield? You have no shield management. You don't even know what's there. You're staring up at this like as if you're going to be able to do anything. You can't do anything. Why are you staring at the things you can't help? I know you, like you said it in the post. You're like, I'm getting farmed by this Iron Man and this torch, and I can't do anything. Yeah, no shit, you can't do anything. So why are you staring at them? Why the fuck are you staring at them? Look at all these free kills down here. Dude, you know how, like, I am, like, salivating. Look at where this cloak is. You pop your diamond form, you fucking choke slam him into the ground, 1-2 combo, kick him into the wall in one shot. He literally instantly dies. Instantly. You have so many tools in your kit to kill them, and you have yet to use your diamond form a single time. Other than to run away. You pop your crystal, in which they just fade away, and then there you go. Now what? Why we're 10 million miles away. We're terrified. Where are we going? Why are you so scared? Look at your Hella. I bet your Hella gets some kills here. All right, there goes one. Maybe gets another. Your Hella, by the way, is like a hard carry in this game already.
Maximum.
And you're dead. Actually, he just fucking missed. If you didn't whiff, you were dead. You were dead though. So far, you've only popped your diamond form twice, just to run away. Arguably the most powerful ability she has, and you used it to run away twice. I'm about to crash the fuck out. This is crazy. My brother in Christ, there ain't no motherfucking way you said in this. I'm an elite Smash Ultimate player. Brother, how many years did it take you of playing Smash Ultimate to get to that level? Because how have you been playing for 70 hours of Emma Frost and you realize your beam can't reach that far? Finally! Thank you! I want to see that more often, and preferably not just the tank when they're ulting. If you did that on their support, oh my god, they would have exploded. Also, why do you like not like react? Like you could have just like, I know they're in the ult barely, but like you're like super hyper focused on this guy. Like this guy ended up being an extra. Like you should have been looking at him the entire time just to be sure. If you want to argue the ult usage wasn't the best timing, I wouldn't even fight you on that one, but like we have bigger problems at the moment.
The voices, shoot the ghost to remove the voices.
So why are we playing so far back? You play like a bitch. Dude, you were playing Emma Frost, a tank. Like you were playing an insane fucking strong tank, dude. What in the fuck am I watching? Why are you back here? Why are you so scared?
I fight for more than a flag. I fight for an idea. One bigger than all of us.
Thank you, super yo, thank you for the big super chat. $50 dono on the super chat. Yo, much love, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. That's so incredibly generous. Much love, man. Yo, snack thing with the fresh chewing as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Seriously. Much love, much love. Okay, listen. Brother, look at these two fucknut supports in the back. Look what they're doing. They're fucking standing there holding hands, singing Kumbaya in the background. Right? Brother, fucking walk forward. Put a shield here. Put your shield up. Right in front of you. Walk up to them. Pop your diamond form. Kick them into a fucking wall. Obliterate. Profit. This invisible woman is trying to give you a smooch, and you don't even react. What is this? Brother, you guys have literally like two lovers passing in the night, and you don't even react. You're so focused on killing this 850 HP Penny, who literally doesn't do anything. Holy shit. And then you get the kill. Dude, you know how much easier that would have been if you just killed them 9 minutes earlier? 9 minutes earlier, you could have killed all of them. But I think your Hella actually got someone behind first. Maybe it was the Groot or something. Your Hella is crazy. Your Hella is a Smurf account. 1000%, by the way. So your shield, you should probably pull that back.
Understand. It's hard to aim with one hand, you know?
Oh my god.
At least it's easier to use a controller with one hand versus KBM.
Jesus Christ. Fucking damn it, dude.
I was fine.
Okay, so you get to let your shield recharge a little bit. You just keep letting it die. They're Groot feeding his fucking brains out. The reason why you win this game is, I can already tell, is because their tanks are dumb as fuck. Actually, I don't think you win this game, actually. Why are you running away? Where are you going? What is happening right now? You're spinning and you have no awareness. What are you looking for? What is happening during this sequence?
I suppose that helped.
So you shield the 60 HP shield instead of just letting it recharge. Okay, and then spinning, shield again, spinning. Why did you just give up?
Against the world.
Dude, commit to something. Commit to something in your fucking life, dude. Pick something. Their witch fades away. Go kick her fucking ass. You're up one. Their Groot died. Just go kill her. Then how would you kill him? You walk up to him, you pop your shift, you choke slam him to the ground, two tap him, and kick him into a wall. What's happening right now? Are you looking for your ults? Is that why you're not doing anything? What are you doing? Why did your brain turn? You're dead. You lived. Why did your brain turn off whenever you look for like something? It takes you like 10 seconds to figure it out. Actually longer. Actually even longer. Actually even longer. Look at, okay. How long was the last time you did something? Okay, right. I think right there. I think. Let's do 532. I'll give you 534. I'll give you 534. Okay, you know what? 539. I'll give you 539. I'm feeling generous today. 539.
Us against the world. Disappear.
Waiting and waiting. Waiting on the world. 557. So from 539 to 557, you legitimately didn't do anything in the middle of a fight in the game. If you were walking back from spawn, that's one thing. But like, you legitimately aren't even playing. You're a spectator. You and I, right now, had the same amount of impact on this game. You almost get nuked, survive with 22 HP, and you're gonna walk back in at 22 HP? 7 HP, I'm surprised you're still alive. Don't you dare walk into the... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you credit. You did not walk into the penny trap and die, but you're 7 HP. Where are you going? Brother, where the actual fuck are you going? You are 7 HP. You could get sneezed on. I quit. I don't want to do this anymore, chat. I think I'm done. I think I want to become a variety streamer. I don't think I can do this anymore. I genuinely don't think I can do this anymore. You are 7 HP! And you walked all the way back to spawn! And then walked all the way back! And decided you thought you weren't gonna die.
Saves me bullets. Turrets blown.
How you looked me in the eye and submit this and say, I can't win games because of an Iron Man and a fucking torch. My brother, other than the Iron Man ult, I don't think they've done anything on that team. I don't think you've done anything. I don't think either of you've done anything. Refund his money and close the VOD. I'm not getting paid for these. I don't let people pay for these because I want them to be the best content. So I choose them. I let crap choose them. I try to choose the best possible ones because sometimes people submit the most dog shit. Like, it's a 4-minute game. They full hold them. They get like 9 kills. They go 9-0. Like, good for you, brother. I don't fucking care. Like, there's nothing to look at here. This is just like a team that fucking basically just didn't play the video game. And so I don't do it. They're just what I wish I could. I wish I could. All right.
Exquisite.
Oh, nah. You've been playing this game for 400 games this season,
Exquisite.
and you didn't know the door is on the left? 400 games this season? Never mind the previous seasons? And you don't know the door's on the left? Nah, that's crazy. No, that's not real. No, 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 no. Put everything else aside. That is insane. How? How? Honestly, diamond forming at a spawn, I'm not even that mad at it. Because he should have it back on cooldown before the fight starts. He'll be fine. Not like he uses it anyways. Doesn't use it. Doesn't fucking use it anyways. Who gives a fuck? You are so focused on hitting these, like... I don't even think you broke it. Did you not break it? Did you look away when it was 1 HP? Like, when it actually does the big damage? I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so goddamn much. I hate you so fucking much right now. It does the big damage pop when it breaks. And okay. Okay, you have amplifier, so W key, no fear, no fear, W key. Why are you looking at the Penny Parker? Look at the one on the low ground. Okay, your Hella killed him. You wanna know what good target priority looks like? Your other Hella? You wanna see what the Hella POV is? Let's see this. This is what target priority looks like. The other guy in your bronze lobby. Although this guy's probably a smurf, if I'm completely honest with you. That's what target priority looks like. Again, your POV. Let me try to beam the fucking Penny from Narnia.
Down to 30 seconds.
Oh my Christ. I don't think you understand how the crystal works. Like, you keep doing the crystal thing and you actually hit it pretty consistently for a bronze player. It's actually pretty good. But you keep doing it at max range, so you don't actually get value. Where are you, brother? Brother, where the fuck are you going? What in the Christ am I watching? What happens? Why do you just put your head down and run? Where are we going?
Valid flats crash out.
You want to see a valid flats crash out? Let me show you a valid fucking crash out. This guy goes for the fucking flank. And look at this. Literal not paying attention Invisible Woman. You could pop your fucking shift, choke slammer, 2-tap, kick into the wall, but you are so focused on shooting the Penny Parker that you decide to completely ignore them and just go, I'm gonna shoot the Penny. And then you back away at 585 HP and you don't even get the kill because you're so terrified. Still no shift? Oh, the shift is unbound at this point. It's only used to get back from spawn.
Maximum pulse!
Us against the world.
Where's all this impact the Iron Man's having, by the way? I think he had one good ult, that's it. Brother. It doesn't fucking reach! So, like, why no diamond form again? Where's the diamond? No diamond? You're in point blank range. He's a casual bronze player? This is not a casual bronze player. This guy has more hours than me this season. By a lot. By triple. It's actually a pretty decent ult. I think I understand why you don't use the diamond form now. Why do you only use it on the Penny ulting though? I just realized that's the second time you've done that, and the second time you used it was during that. See how much damage you do? You see how like disruptive it is? Do that more often. Random shield. Gotta throw out the random shield again.
The final 10 seconds.
So in these, you could push up here a little bit and actually look for things during these opportunities, but you don't really do that. Look at their cloak. Look at their cloak. Oh my god. What? You motherfuck. You motherfuck. You have their cloak. Cloak is literally fucking frontlining at less than half HP. And you go, you know what actually sounds good? Not the Invisible Woman 2 feet to the right. Let's shoot the Penny who just came back. And then back away. Can't even reach. Where are you going? Brother, it's overtime. Why are you running so far? I'm gonna cry. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just upset. Look at that invis who's outside the ult. Wouldn't that be a good kill? Back there? You see him?
Maximum pulse.
We're dead. So when you hear maximum pulse, why do you never react? You can shield it, right? Like if they just sit above you, you have an ability to save your team consistently, and you just never do it, ever. Like you don't even attempt, you don't even react. Like why don't you react to things? I don't understand. Like it's not like you're brand new, like you don't know what the buttons do, you don't know what the ult lines do. Shoot the penny thing, the nest on your left, 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 on your left. Maybe the invisible woman right in front of you? Shoot her?
The current score is 0-2. Time to switch things up, including which side you're
What
on.
questions come to your mind in general? Why?
You'll
How?
need a top-notch team to win this
What?
one. The battle starts in 5.
He's in chat right now. I probably wouldn't be here for this. This is gonna get ugly.
4, 3, 2,
I probably wouldn't.
1. Wherever they are, help get that vehicle to its destination.
This is gonna get ugly. What are we doing? What is this? Why are we playing peekaboo behind the cart at the beginning of the game? What is this? Their Groot is horrid, by the way. Like, the worst. Like, the only thing you are doing better than their Groot is not turbo feeding. What are we doing? Why are we just AFK? What the fuck is happening? Brother, what in the fuck is happening?
I suppose that helps.
Why are you not helping? Why are you spectating? We're both spectating! Why are we spectating? Why is there just a random shield sitting here to the left? What's the point? You can't expect to win games if you're just watching your teammates play the game and you don't do anything. Dude, these goats are taking a beating right now. Dude, I'm begging you to shoot someone other than a tank. I'm begging you. Shoot one of the supports, please. You don't even have to. I don't even want the diamond form at this point. I just want you to just try and shoot at someone else. Are we gonna get a kill on this? I think if you actually broke that, it would have got the kill. Wait, did they actually die? Wait, did they die? No, they didn't die. My will to live is fading quickly. Let me explain to you the bajillion things that have gone wrong here. Number one, their Groot actually figured out how to put walls behind you. When that happens, you're gonna get cut off from your heals. So when you sit there and when you're like, I have no heals, I have no help. No, you are in the worst position possible. Like, if you want to hold their spawn, fuck it, dude. But you know you're going to die. Like, you have to know that. There's a reason why people hold these corners, because it's way easier to survive. Number two, look what's happening. Their Iron Man is fucking up your supports. Like, your supports are getting absolutely cooked right now because you have no way of stopping it. Number three, you are just shooting their tanks. So look what's happening. They're cooking your supports. You're holding their spawn. Your Hela is a literal Smurf account and can probably dominate, but you're holding their fucking spawn. So there's no angles for them to take. You don't kill their supports. They just stand there. You just spectate. You're just spectating.
I will have my
Exquisite.
You know, it's starting to It's starting to piss me off, though. Only the diamond form ever comes out just to come back from spawn. I want to see it at least a little bit. It's just never there. I don't even think I've seen a left click out of it. I think I've only seen the choke slam.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
All right, so let's use our brain here for half a second. All right. So what's gonna happen here? There's a Groot walking up to you, and he's like this. What do you think the Groot's gonna do? He's gonna very clearly try to wall you off from your team, right? How do you react?
I was fine, but thank you.
You don't. At all. Luckily, this is bronze and there's no one else there.
Maximum pulse!
Oh, you're dead. What I was gonna say is that if they wall off behind you, you probably should just take a look, because if it was the iron wall, you're cooked. It's GG. Luckily, it was a grass wall, survey says. It was a grass wall. Easy to break. So they were fine. That's an iron wall, and their team actually plays up, you get cooked. You're just dead. What do I mean by that? Is it actually a big deal? Not really. What, you know what is a big deal? You don't react to anything. You know what, speaking of not reacting to fucking anything, you know what would have been great to do in this situation? I don't know. Maybe shield the incoming ult? Hello? He always screams, maximum pulse!
You'll have my revenge for that.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Instead, we used our diamond form, which should be used for a billion other things. I tried to diamond form bail out of there. My brother in Christ. What? It's her only way to fast travel, bro. Brother, we're not playing Oblivion. We're not fast traveling.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the
Brother, you don't use diamond form as a fast travel mechanic.
momentum.
You did not mean to do this, but you see how the shield breaks, it blocks ults? It blocked a Groot ult because their Groot is legitimately like a sentient pencil. Luckily, right? At least you're not the worst tank in this lobby so far, but you're definitely in second. Honestly, you guys are both fighting for second at this point.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Why are you face taking that? Where are you? I'm so curious of why you decided to almost face tank that, and then you popped your diamond form to run away again. This is unbelievable. So, getting away and not dying was actually the right play. Again, though, you focus so much on hitting these goddamn crystals. You have no ammo. He just walks out of it. You get no kill. If you actually did not focus so hard on hitting these stupid fucking crystals and actually walked forward like an actual tank and weren't afraid at all times, you would have killed that guy. 19 times over. Also, I don't know what's going on with the beam thing. Like, you just can't figure out the beam thing. Where are you going? Why are you afraid? Why did you just leave? Why did you leave? Why? You're full HP. Look at their cloak. He's still half HP. That's a freebie. Okay. And I don't know about the ults on this one. Okay. Explain this to me right now. Explain. Explain. I want answers. Gave the kill away to already start focusing on the next fight? Incorrect. 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 That's like the 5th time that's happened. That's incorrect.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Okay, by the way, again, your most powerful tool in your entire kit, by the way, is right here.
I suppose that helped.
And you pop it to go 3 feet. Again. Wherever you learn this needs to be, like, thrown in the trash. I don't know where the fuck you picked this up. But the fact that you consistently only use your strongest form, your strongest damage output, your strongest ability to move 3 feet at a time is fucking insane.
Maximum pulse!
You know, if you had your diamond form, though, you could have definitely escaped. You know what would have been nice to have? You know what might have been kind of nice to have right here? Hello? 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 Why the fuck is it not closing? I'm trying to close the thing at the bottom and it won't close. Hello? Hello? Why is it not? Hello? Okay, there we go. I don't know why I wasn't doing it. I was clicking it. I was clicking N to hide. It just wasn't working. Chat, it wasn't fucking working. It wouldn't work. The button wouldn't work. I don't know why. The button wouldn't work. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I clicked it like 6 times. Okay, anyways. You know what would have been nice to have? You know what would have been nice to have? You know what would have been nice to have? By the way, it's off cooldown, so you could just instantly recall it right now. You could instantly recall it right now, and then immediately use it, because it's off cooldown. You could instantly recall it right now.
Us against the world!
This queen's reign isn't over. Impervious!
You're halfway there. Keep going!
I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna actually hurl.
Impervious!
I'm gonna hurl.
Spider mode!
Can I ask you a question? Why do you think the movement ability that takes you 3 feet has a 15-second cooldown? Doesn't that seem a little stupid? To use sparingly. You know who also has like a 15-second cooldown? Actually, no, it's not even. What's Strangest Shift, chat? What's the cooldown on Strangest Shift? Does anyone know off the top of their head? It's up there.
Hello, friendship.
It's 8 seconds.
I see we are
So
having a day,
Strangest Shift,
for sure,
right?
so
that
far.
can make you fly and also gives you like a big upwards jump is on 8 seconds, right? So a movement ability that takes you way further, way faster. It's half the cooldown. Do you think there's a reason for that? And it lasts like 5 seconds. Yeah. Do you think there's a reason for that? Because that's a movement ability. This isn't a movement ability. Being 43 months, by the way. It's not a movement ability. It's... You guys say rage baiting in chat, but chat, this guy has 70 hours this season. More hours than me. By a lot. It is not rage bait. Like, this is why the age of rage bait has ruined so many conversations. Because this is not rage bait. How do I move with her then? You walk. You W key. You use WASD, or on controller up, down, left. I'll give you a tutorial really quick. I'll speak in your tongue. This is how you move on M on controller. Let's continue.
I suppose that helps.
She's slow is what I'm saying. Okay. How do you move on Magneto? How do you move on Magneto? Do you think you pop ult for movement? Very slow. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Flats, you teleport into the stratosphere and reach the event horizon of a black hole. That's how you move on Mag.
I want that gun.
The only thing you've gotten really good at is just this goddamn crystal thing. And to be honest with you, that's probably the hardest part of Emma's kit. But you do everything else so horrendously that it makes it so you have no impact on the game. You might as well not even be playing in a lot of these fights.
I suppose that helps.
Like, it's actually genuinely impressive.
Or a dagger. Co-op time.
So, your cloak just ulted, by the way. Your team is pushing their spawn. Whether you like the ult or not, it's being used. You should probably go over there. No? We're just gonna hug the goats. We're just gonna kiss the goats. Make sure the goats are doing okay. You know what? Someone, I guess, has got to keep an eye on the goats. You know, it'd be nice if they had their tank up there to help them and shield them. And this is crazy. This is gonna drive me up a fucking wall. What the fuck am I watching? Brother, your team is pushed up in ult. Why are you back here petting the goats? Why are we petting the goats? This is the most selfish gameplay.
Magic and this idiot are rage-inducing.
Thank you for the 5 on the super chat. I appreciate it. This is selfish. Yeah, like even if you disagree and you're like, they shouldn't be playing up there. They should not be playing up there. They should be playing back with me. That's one, incorrect. Second off, why do you leave them to die? Because you're like, well, they didn't play the way I wanted them to play. What? I don't understand. Look where everyone is. Your team has a support ult in front of you on a corner. At least go peek the corner and see what's going on over there. At least go take a look. We're just walking around in circles, petting the goats. And your pennies know better, by the way. I mean, your penny can't really help them as much, but they're no better. And now you lose one. One dead. They got rezzed.
They got behind you. They lost their shield.
I was really hoping they were going to accidentally bump into the cloak instead of using it as another.
Mind crush.
Judge, jury, executioner! I'm infantry again.
The thing is, you don't even react to ults. Like, you couldn't have probably saved them here. I don't think you could have. But you genuinely have no reaction at all. Period. Zero. There's like no survival instinct to ever try. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go. Congrats, you killed him. Now what? Your whole team was dead. Like, everyone's dead. You watched them die. But you got the Iron Man. What's the point? It's over at that point.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
And now there's impervious.
Currently, at this current moment, you are playing Emma Frost to maybe 10-15% of her kit. That's the reason why you're losing all your games. Because you are genuinely not even using the kit correctly. You are using it so incorrectly. Never mind mechanical skill. Never mind target priority. Never mind ult usage. Never mind positioning. Never mind any of that. You are just incorrectly using the character, period.
Some rejuvenation would be nice.
Only 60 seconds left. Get ready. Here comes the bad
Someone scratch my back.
I could go for a pick-me-up.
Hey, Dee!
Save the ult and just die? Yes. Your whole team's dead. Yes. Who's contesting Iron Man? Brother, the fight's over. You lost. You lost. Right now? That does not change the answer. The fight's over. 1, 2, ult's out. Spawn. One person. Everyone's dead. Nobody's alive. What do you mean? Who's contesting the Iron Man? Who's contesting the Cloak, the Invis, the Emma, the Groot, the fucking Punisher, and the Iron Man? They're all alive.
I won't turn down extra protection. Mental domination.
So, by the way, Iron Man sounds like an F-16 fighter jet. You can hear. So, what did I just hear like 2 seconds ago? You literally saw him over here, by the way. So, let's say you actually are correct, which you're not, by the way, that the Iron Man is uncontested and dominating. Why the fuck are you still standing over here? Why would you not walk over there, pop your diamond form? He literally is going to turn this corner and he's either going to be right here or he's going to be slightly above. It doesn't matter. You grab him out of the air, slam him on the ground, 2-tap him, kick him to the wall, and he's fucking dead. Let's see how you play it. By the way, I was completely correct on where he's playing. He's playing low, not high. Just throwing it out there.
3 seconds. That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
So this big scary problem, by the way, this big scary problem that you've been saying, oh my god, what do I do? He's dominating. Just did this.
These beasts to interfere.
Down to 30 seconds.
You could have, if he's actually that big of a problem, you could have 100% walked over there and stopped it. Your hell is also contesting him. You literally just saw it in the replay. So you're wrong. Who's contesting this? Okay, want to see their POV? Okay. You don't believe it?
Down to 30 seconds. Down to 30 seconds.
So who's contesting? Who's contesting? She did. So, again, wrong again. She did and lost. Yeah. But that was not what you said. You said, who's contesting? They absolutely tried to. So you're wrong. They were contesting. So what if they had help? Why is it coming down to a 1v1? If it's such a big problem, why are you not assisting? Why are you just blaming them? You're not doing shit, by the way. By the way, that is the best person on your team, and it's not even close. They are 40-10 with 27 final blows. 27 final blows. You have 6. They have 10 deaths. Their Iron Man has 13. They're getting the win on their Iron Man more often than not. Their Emma Frost is fucking dominating you, though, by the way, up front. This is your backpack. You're mad at your carry. I just want to put that out there. You're mad at your carry.
Would you like an aspirin for your headache, Mr. Streamer, or do you want to go straight to morphine?
Morphine, please. You're blaming your carry. Just throwing it out there. Let's continue. So we diamond shifted out again. That was the first left click I think you've done so far in the open. By the way, the big bad scary man, just flew right by your fucking nose.
I suppose that helped.
And look what he's got. Look at the top left. Oh, here it comes.
Disappear! The final 10 seconds.
Brother, this is the guy you're afraid of? Brother, this is the guy you're afraid of?
Shields up.
We need to get these beasts turrets blown.
My guy's lost on the map.
10 seconds. Co-op time.
Can someone
Maximum pulse!
Cinema. Absolute fucking cinema. Absolute cinema.
3.
Absolute cinema. That was the... I'm gonna watch from your POV. This is the most blockable ult of all time. That is the most blockable ult of all fucking time. Cinema. Why did you not contest the Iron Man, sir? Your shield breaks because you just left it out in the open, but that's okay. It's off cooldown now. Oh, unlucky. You don't even see him because the Groot wall, and also because you're getting Emma Frost ulted. Wouldn't have mattered anyways, but you didn't even react. Why did you not contest the Iron Man? Why no contest? Why no shield? Why no... The point is, stop blaming everyone around you, okay? This is horrid, Emma gameplay. Horrid. Blaming your DPS, and then in chat, defending yourself for it, and saying, no, they're not shooting him, whatever, is so wrong. It's not even fucking funny. Like, genuinely. And listen, okay? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy for your going good. This was from a few days ago. It's clearly not been going well. And that was a game where you had 25 kills. I'm curious what, like, this game looks like, where you're 4-9.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I was willing to let it go.
5, 4,
But like,
3,
I've been trying to explain to
2,
you
just
that it's a lot of self-reflection and self-improvement. And you've been in chat just kind of like blaming everyone else around you and defending how you are misplaying consistently. So I think you need this. So your shield's up there doing absolutely fuck all right now at the beginning. Now what? So Emma Frost, by the way, is arguably the best counter to Thing in the game. So you should be constantly E'ing him and just beaming his ass and he does nothing. That should be how it goes. Also, you guys are playing, like, triple tank? Why do you not, like, react very much? Alright, you killed their thing.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
This is all good. You know what though? You could put up your diamond form and just obliterate all of them. You really could. But like, this is just brain dead. Like, this is so stupid. What is this gameplay? Like, how is this fun? You're just standing there shooting the other Emma doing nothing. What is this?
Shields up. A little help, please. Us against the world.
Hello? Hello? What is this?
Emma Frost never surrenders.
My
Someone said ads, please. Okay. So now you're walking to their entire team. Mostly, I'm assuming, by yourself? Oh, you got 4 people. That's something. You got 4. That's at least something. It's not horrible. Okay. But, like, you only ever shoot... Their Emma's eggs out. You literally can't do damage when she's in there. So now she's getting slammed into the ground by the hole. You're still focusing on her. Why are you not shooting the thing that's right behind you? There you go. So they have rocket ult up, so you're not going to kill anything during this right now. So careful on taking too much damage. And then we're back to shooting the other tank. Like, they're on triple support. So if you spend the entire time just shooting their tanks, you're never going to kill them. And you guys, your team is actually rolling them, like pushing them back really hard. So wait, this game ends horribly for you. How does this go so south? Oh, I understand. So for some reason you push them all the way through first point. You get ulted on. And then die. And now I think the beginning of the end just started. Because like you guys had that. You were doing good, but you pushed a little too deep and you get caught for it. Now what? Are you gonna trickle?
Impervious!
Shields up.
fantastic!
You don't even react to the Mr. Fantastical. You just let him bop on your head. Not like he was gonna kill you, I guess, but you can't reach that far. Walk up, walk. Move up. Okay? Please, like, look at how many things you could kill here, right? Like, look at how many things you could have killed. There's a cloak, there's an invis, there's the rocket, right? There's all these beautiful targets to go on, and you're just so hyper-focused on shooting the other Emma.
I was fine.
And is it because they're shooting you? Okay, so you actually turn for the thing here.
I think you might.
Mechanical skill disappeared for a second there. Why do you do that? Oh, that's gotta take the cake. That might be the stupidest thing we've seen so far. You popped your diamond form to escape.
I need my brain cells back.
And then during her ult, canceled it. So you don't have your CC resistance. Get pulled in and die. You cannot convince me you actually know what the diamond form does. You can't convince me. I don't believe you anymore. You can't convince me. Go box, it boxed? What does it boxed mean? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What do you mean it boxed? It boxed to fight? It means to fight up close. First off, you've thrown one left click the entire time you've ever used the diamond form. Second off, it has full CC immunity, which means that you wouldn't be getting ulted. It's not possible. It stops the ult, but you cancel it. Maybe to try to get the cooldown back faster, to get the 15-second cooldown back faster, but it stops you from having your CC resistance. So, I don't believe you. Is he in Twitch chat? Yes, he is in Twitch chat. Although, by the way, thank you for the super chats on the YouTube side. JC and Reniku, I appreciate both of you. Seriously, thank you both of you. They are in Twitch chat. That's why we're going hard. Because you said it's to box, like up close and punch, but you haven't done that almost at all. It's only been used as a movement ability. And you also canceled it. So, I don't believe you.
Over.
And if you do actually know what it does, you don't remember in the moment. Because, like, your words and your actions do not match. So this is actually an amazing ult, but unfortunately nobody's here. So you're not going to get them. So that's the great part. Your team is all dead. So you're walking in 1v6. Doesn't matter if you hit 6 with the ult. Nobody's gonna die. So you just, that's it. So, yeah, I hit 6, but you know what happened? One, two, three, four, five, 6. Why isn't my team helping me? Where are they? Like, thank God for ads.
I suppose that helps.
Your mind is mine.
Diamond form? Diamond form? This is the time to box, right? It's boxing time. It's boxing time. Why no box? Why no box? They're all pushing you into a corner. 1v3. Why no box? No box. No box.
You can't
I
get rid of
waited
me
too
so
late?
easily,
Would you
I'm
wait for them to
afraid.
fucking show up, 1v6, start beating on your head for 3 minutes, and then decided you're gonna fight back? Come on now. You didn't even left click. You only went for the slam. I see no box.
That's fine.
Yeah, here they are. They're running it down on you again. Okay, backing away is actually the right thing. I'm surprised. Backing away and not using your diamond form was actually correct. Although you're running back in, and it's a little spooky. Not really the best time. I don't think your team's here yet. Okay, back away a little bit. Grant, you're still fine. All right. All right, that's an ult. You probably don't want to go in that, but you're still getting rolled. Maybe boxing time. You know, maybe boxing time. You know, maybe there's a fucking hole right here, right? You could just slam the Emma into the ground, choke slam her, then kick her, and she'll hit that wall and fall into the hole. Look at all these free kills you could get. The thing you can't, but you could get all these free kills with your diamond form if you actually used it and actually kicked them off the map. You know, boxing, but instead we're standing still, looking at the other Emma having a fucking aura battle. Oh, there it is. Diamond form for movement instantly cancels it again because you don't actually use it as what it's supposed to be used. You use it as a movement ability. You say you in chat and you use it for boxing, but your actual gameplay and your mouth say two different things. That's the second time we've done it now where we cancel our most powerful form only for a movement ability and get caught by another ult.
All they did was make me angrier.
You only get one? You only get one what? Boxing or escape? No, you don't. You can do 2 slam. First off, you can do 2. The cooldown is short enough that you could do it twice, actually. So 1, incorrect. 2, it's 8 seconds long, and you go 3 feet. You could dash out in this case, which, by the way, wrong again. But like, even if you dashed out, you could literally turn around and look again. That's wrong. You're spitting incorrect knowledge. Because it's not for movement, but even if it was for movement, you could do it twice. So, we get absolutely cooked after an amazing start because we kind of turbo fed.
Battle starts in 5.
But it wasn't just you, to be fair. It was the entire team turbo feeding.
All you need to do is
But you were
capture
part
this
of that.
area. Got it?
All right, so look where they all are. Why no box? Hey, you told me it's the box, right? Who doesn't want a box at point blank range with multiple characters? Instead, you decide to hit the E and start just trying to fucking shoot the crystal 2 feet away from all of them. I don't get it. Where's the boxing? We haven't seen any boxing. Diamond Form also does reduce damage. It does, yes. You would be right. Where are we going? You also left your shield behind, just throwing it out there. Hello? Where are you going?
I'm a sitting duck here.
This is the most bot gameplay I've ever seen. This is genuinely bot. So let me get this straight. So their team is holding your spawn, right? You could easily choke slam this fucking cloak into the ground, kick him in the wall, and dead, right? And then just poke down these 2. You decide to leave your team to go on a fucking adventure, go up the round. This isn't even the rage bait. It gets so much worse. Go all the way the fuck around, right? All the way the fuck around to then get to point. To which you could actually pop your diamond form and go kill the invis, right? Like you could do that. But instead, what you decide to do is to now shoot the pocketed thing. You decide, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot the thing. Fuck everyone else, I'm just gonna shoot their tank. That's it. And you finally go for a choke at 100 HP and die. That is fucking insane.
This queen's reign isn't over. I suppose that helped.
This has got that has to be the least helpful play I've that so far. What was the point? What was the strat? Go touch the point and then what? Like even if the ideology was go to point, okay, you got to point. Now what? What's part 2? We got part 1 of the plan. What was part 2? We put the car in drive. Now what? We can't see over the steering wheel.
Us against the world.
Wait a minute, hang on. So their Emma comes up and choke slams you.
Us against the world.
And then you finally decide to pop your diamond form to fight back. You only do it when someone does it to you, and then you missed every fucking swing. Brother, you are boxing ghosts. My guy, you missed every punch.
Us against the world.
You have rocket ult, by the way, up, so you could press W on him, and you don't. I wouldn't shoot that. You're just charging him up. Okay. What is happening? Like you have no sense of direction. You're not shooting anyone in particular. You're just shooting in between things. You even stopped hitting your E's consistently because you're not playing. You're just AFK. You're just like, oh, too much happening on screen. You're gonna pop your ult back. You're gonna pop your ult back, right? Why no diamond form? You know that the diamond form is CC immunity, right? You told me you knew that. Why don't you ever use it when you needed to CC immunity? Why not use it? Do you not actually know?
This is a nice spot.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that helps.
So again, your whole team hasn't fully come back yet. And you get a bunch of them in the ult. But there's no follow-up because everyone's not there yet. So you have another rocket ult, so you could play a really aggressive here on their backline. You get slammed. Are you gonna pop your diamond form back now? Oh, go for a crystal. Okay, stand there. Don't move at all. Just sit there and do absolutely fuck all. This is like beyond bot. There's a reason why you didn't send me this game. I'm just throwing it out there. There's a reason why you didn't send me this game. You sent me the other one. Like, fight back. You're in the middle of their entire team doing absolutely nothing. I'm in awe.
For once, I'm vulnerable.
We're down to 30 seconds.
Us against the world.
I'm back. And now there's hellfire to pay.
So I hope that this, if anything, is a learning moment. That there is much more at play than just your teammates. I could point out 100 things just from these 2 games alone that you could probably do. So before you tilt and before you start going, oh my god, my teammates are not killing things or whatever, realize or think, what can I do? If you can't reach the Iron Man or the Human Torch because they're out of your range, what can you do? Can you go kill their supports?
I will have my revenge for that.
Can you kill their other DPS?
Final score.
Can you
0,
kill their
2,
other tank?
3.
What impact can you have? Because that's the line of thinking you need to have. And that's how you get better. That's how you actually go somewhere. But that's going to take some self-reflection and a little bit of accountability. Also, I think this probably just goes to kind of show that Lord does not mean anything. If you have a Lord on a character, that does not show skill. I'm sorry. It just means playtime. No offense, all the Lord players out there, but, you know, that's just kind of how it is. Check mod chat in a second. Oh! Wait, patch notes are out? Alright, chat, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta pee real bad. Then we'll look at patch notes, okay? I'll be right back. BRB. Also, I think I'm about to shit my brains out, so I'm gonna go as long as I can. But at some point, I might need to take a take a few minutes. Because I feel like shit's about to start going downhill quick. Okay. All right, chat.
Months don't last as long as they used to.
True, thank you for 25 months. I'm going to mute alerts for this. The long-awaited balance patch from the other day. I guess it's not that long-awaited. Controversial patch, which appears to be coming out tomorrow. Controversial, not because of the changes, but like all the other stuff around it. Marvel Rivals version 2025-0430 balance post, so April 30th, aka tomorrow. Greetings, rivals. Turns out even superheroes need to hit the gym, or occasionally the Nerf bat. Just some tweaks to keep those super squads perfectly balanced as all things should be. Let's dive in. Vanguard, Captain America. The Sentinel of Liberty will have some reduction to his survivability. Base health reduced from 650 to 600. Ooh, straight up 50 health. Nerf to Captain America. Sorry, Cap players. That's a pretty sizable nerf. One of the big things about him is just like, he kind of just survives for forever. Needs more. I don't know if he'll actually need more. I don't think he will. We'll see. Cap is genuinely just the annoyance of the dive. Like, he's there just to sustain and let everybody else go crazy. It depends on what the rest of these patch notes look like. We'll get there. Doctor Strange. Steven will experience a reduction in the energy cost of his ultimate ability, amplifying his magical minutes on the battlefield. Decrease the energy cost to unleash the Eye of Agamotto. Ultimate ability from 34 to 3100. Small buff. I don't think that's going to make him much better, if I'm completely honest with you. I think if anything, he probably need a little bit power back to his E, maybe, or his left click. I don't know. But like, Strange just can't do much. He's just kind of like a stand there bot, unfortunately, at the moment. Groot, the Floral Colossine's ability to isolate enemies and block damage will take a minor hit. Reduce health of the Ironwood Wall from 700 to 600. Whoa, that's a pretty sizable nerf. Iron Wall is 100 damage less to break. That's a pretty big sizable nerf. Allows you to break the wall quicker. You won't need like Punisher every time, or I guess Squirrel Girl even for some lengths to get through every time. I don't know if it'll be enough. I think it will be. It could be. Well, actually, looking at the rest of the roster, I don't know. Maybe. It's potential. I think he'll still be good, but that's a pretty sizable nerf. Duelist, the big one. We won! Everyone's going, dude, have you guys seen the we won stuff? It's actually crazy. Like, listen, man, I know there's a lot of shit going on, and I don't agree with like a lot of the stuff, the way it went. You guys know, made some videos about it. But holy shit, it's crazy. Spider-Man. We're tightening the webbing on Spider-Man's hit detection range. Decrease the range of his amazing combo from 5 meters to 4 meters. Hey guys, do you think that's actually enough? Be honest with me. Do you think this is enough? Because I don't think this is going to do anything. I don't think this literally does anything. Listen, man, hey, I've made it my stance for all of Rivals that I'm here to be a spectator, right? Like, I'll only pop in on like small things, right? Like the most recent support strike, all that craziness was a little much. That's kind of why I felt like I was like, okay, I think we need a little bit of grounding here. But for like a lot of the balance takes and whatnot, I've been kind of just like on the back burner, just spectating, just watching, you know. I did it for Overwatch for years. I'm here to watch, right? I'm not telling you how to think or anything like that, but I think it's fucking hilarious that's all it was. And considering the uproar of like, we won, it's 1 meter range nerf. Oh man. You say that, dude, you are not a spectator, even if you say it. No, yeah, I am. You can disagree all you want, but like anyone who's been around for years knows for a fact that I've 100% been spectating. Yeah. Yes, I have. You can say no, I haven't, but that doesn't make you right either. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Now what? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, Winter Soldier. Bucky is getting a combat upgrade, ramping up his threat level and firepower on the field. Adjust the tinted voltage ability to have 2 charge levels while keeping the cooldown time unchanged. Wait, what? Wait, that's his hook, right? Wait, his hook has 2 charges now? Wait, what? Wait, 2 charge levels. Wait a minute, hang on. Does that mean like on the bar there's gonna be like a half charge and then a full charge? Oh no, it's the E. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I thought it was the hook. My bad. Wait, having 2 electric balls? Wait, that's gonna be crazy. Cause you just shoot, ball, shoot, hook, shoot, ball, shoot, ball. Oh my god. And then if you have like the team up too. Huh. Wait, no, it has 2 charge levels. Yeah, I figured that just meant... No, it's like you can charge it to deal more damage? Is that confirmed, or is everyone talking out of their ass? So they're giving it a different ability. It's going to work different now? Wait, so you can charge it up? I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. Okay, it could be either one. Chat split. I guess it could be either one. It either gives you 2 charges of it. Remember, these are translated for us. Sometimes there's translation errors. So until I see something with my own eyes, it could be either A, you get 2 charges of it, so you can use it twice, or B, you're gonna be able to charge it up, and then you can go like level 1, level 2. It could be either one. Either one, interesting. All right, the big ones now. Strategist, Adam Warlock. We're enhancing Avatar of Life's sustainability to keep him fighting for cosmic justice. Add a new effect to Quantum Magic. When a critical hit lands on an enemy, reduce the cooldown time of Avatar Life Stream by 1 second. Is that the heal? The E? Oh my goodness. That sounds busted as fuck. Holy shit, that's actual DPS Adam. Holy fuck, that's an actual... Have fun. Cloak and Dagger. Ty and Tandy are sharpening their blades and cloaks for more impactful strikes. As Cloak, increase the damage of Dark Force Cloak from 75 to 80, and as Dagger, increase the damage of the Light Force Dagger on hit from 15 to 18. That's a pretty sizable buff. That's a sizable buff to the left click damage, like the normal damage on Dagger, without even flipping over to Cloak. Okay. Luna Snow. We're ramping up this K-pop sensation's damage output when she strikes enemies from a distance. Adjust the damage fall off from light and dark ice from 60% at 40 meters to 75. Ooh, big buff on range poke. But again, mostly a spectator, but I want to point this out. Isn't the big problem with support right now their ability to fight against dive? You're not really fighting dive at 60, at 40 meters. Doesn't really help with that. It just makes poke stronger. Mantis. We're empowering Mantis's damage output to reflect her true fighting spirit. Increase the damage of life energy blast from 50 to 55. Just straight up buff to every left click from 50 to 55. So Mantis is now stronger. All right. Team up abilities. Stars align Captain America Winter Soldier. A legendary alliance gets even mightier. Upon leaping to a teammate, Stellar Impact will provide 50 bonus health to allies within range. For more information, okay, so this is just for, I'm guessing, for mostly for Winter Soldier. When he jumps to people, everyone's going to get 50 bonus health. That's actually kind of insane. I don't know if it'll decay or not, but that actually might help with dive a bit. This actually might be genuinely one of the best changes to dive, because Bucky could peel now. So if you have, say, a Magneto and a Bucky, that will probably shut down dive pretty heavily. Or even a Penny. Like, Penny's actually really, really decent into dive as well. Until you get to really high ranks, then she kind of falls off a little bit. But yeah, like if you had like Mag Emma, Winter Soldier, that would actually be pretty good versus dive. No Iron Fist nerfs. Yeah, no Iron Fist nerf. I don't think the Spider-Man nerf is really... you guys will figure it out. Well, you need Cap. Oh, good point. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a good point. I forgot about that. So that's only if Cap is still strong enough to be played a lot, which means that you'd be playing dive. Oh. Well, I guess you'd be playing this weird thing where you're playing like half dive, half not dive. So you'd play like what? Like Iron Fist Cap, Mag. Or actually it'd be more like Iron Fist Cap, Emma, Winter Soldier, and then you have dive and anti-dive at the same time, but that's just kind of weird. That's a weird team comp. I don't know if people would go for that. Shit. That, you know what? That needing both of them actually might make it tough. Huh. Maybe not. In theory, though. In theory, this would actually do a ton. But, yeah, needing the Cap makes it tougher. I guess it depends if Cap's still good. Which I think he probably will be good. I don't know if he'll just be insane. But yeah, there you go. There's your strategist buffs and your Spider-Man defeated patch. So, when does this patch happen? April 30th. April 30th. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Retro, are you here? I know we were going to do the other one earlier, but maybe we do this one instead. Thoughts? Why not both? We could probably just do the other one tomorrow, I think. You know? I don't think it'd be a big deal if it went tomorrow. Up to you. We've been putting off TikToks though. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I think these hit way harder. I don't think the TikToks hit nearly as hard. You're not wrong though, but kind of it is what it is. I love this era we're in of we have too much content. We don't know what to do. T-Dog, I think 11 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Do I do this? All right, chat. I got one last thing for you today. I've been trying to farm up Rivals stuff, just to have a backlog of Rivals content, for things. Doing patch today, clip react tomorrow. Yeah. I think that's the play, crap. I've been trying to farm up some content to have like YouTube backlog, so I've been able to go back and finish Oblivion, and I think I gotta get Minecraft finished and a couple other things as well. So I figured before we finish off Rivals for the day, I saw this video get recommended in my Hot Topics channel, which is basically a channel I use for Flats TV, which is like all my non-Overwatch stuff. But it was a good looking video, so I decided to save it for another day. So I decided to save it for today, which is Marvel Rivals is genius. Here's why. And I think Spilo actually reacted to this video as well, if I'm not incorrect. Yeah, okay, I remember the thumbnail. Spilo watched as well, said it was really good. So I figured, fuck it. Let's take a look. Marvel Rivals is genius. Here's why. This is from 2 weeks ago. What's up?
Marvel Rivals is here. It's there. It's everywhere. It's on your social media feeds, in your group chats, entering your home, coming up the stairs outside your room. Amidst the cacophony of capital G gamers.
I'm not gonna lie, that got me. That knock actually did get me. I actually thought that was something on my right. I literally looked to my right and there's a window. I'm not on the first floor. I'm like on an upper floor. There's literally nobody that could have been there, but it got me. Hey, that 100% got me.
Beating the dead horse that was Concord, Marvel Rivals showed up and went, hey guys, you can stare at butts in this game. Whoa, okay. I guess hero shooters aren't dead. While I've always been a fan of playing multiplayer games with
in 2 weeks, how fast this has kind of changed a lot.
friends, I've never gone quite as degenerate mode with a hero shooter as I have with Marvel Rivals. So amidst the crowded landscape of tier lists, character guides, and balance discussions, I wanted to make a different kind of video and explore what I think makes Rivals stand out, both casually and competitively. First things first.
I hope we're not past the days, I think we are, but I hope we're not past the days where stuff like that is still funny.
Marvel Rivals is just a teensy bit similar to another game. Despite what revisionist history may say about Overwatch, I still think it was really good. Like, one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played. Sure, I haven't actively played it since 2017 or so, but it's...
And right now, it's going through a renaissance. It genuinely is, I think, in its next golden age. It just needs some hype. It needs some marketing. It needs a cinematic, maybe something to like actually bring the lore and the life back to it. I think that's genuinely what it needs more than anything.
Clear that the Rivals developers took inspiration from Blizzard's designs while also understanding what makes hero shooters fun on a fundamental level. They also put Jeff in the game, which like... genius play. Almost every post I saw in the first few weeks of release was about Jeff. He's baby Yoda for gamers.
He's either cute or he's a reincarnation of
massive
a terrible
brand
person.
Recognition obviously gave Rivals an immediate leg up on the competition, but the underwhelming performance of Marvel's Avengers demonstrated that the live service market is far too cutthroat to survive on IP alone. Turns out, good multiplayer games are extremely hard to make, and it's pretty rare for a live service game to hit Rivals levels of popularity
Extremely
and
difficult.
maintain said popularity for more than a week-long fad. Anyway, while Overwatch was clearly an inspiration for Rivals, it'd be disingenuous to call the game a ripoff. Certain characters have classic archetypes or pieces of existing kits, like Adam's Zenyatta attack or Punisher's Bastion turret, but if we're going down that route, we can also say that Overwatch took from Paladins and TF2, League took from Dota, and
you can absolutely say all of these things, by the way.
Breakout took from Pong. Every character in Rivals is a nice blend of new and existing ideas, and a handful of them, like Penny Parker, feel super unique, so it never feels like you're just playing Overwatch.
Yeah, because I'm in the game.
Wait, how did you even get in?
Sorry, no time to talk. I gotta hit the waves, because this video is sponsored by Surfshark.
Okay, W sponsor.
What back?
VPN to meet it, I reach. Then Hop Movies
Comes with a 30-day just buy unlimited plan. Nope. Anywhere in the world. Go see a man at
Okay, good sponsor.
While MOBAs often express depth through team composition, item economies, and multiple objectives, one of the greatest strengths of hero shooters is adaptability. Not just through flexing to fill different roles, but actively switching heroes mid-match to better assist your teammates and respond to enemy threats.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please tell me we're not about to go down the route of counter-swapping.
I'm sure that's a foreign concept to the Bronze 3 players that insta-lock Spider-Man every game, but the more characters I learn, the more I'm able to appreciate the game as a whole. And we're not just talking a handful of characters either. Rivals launched with 33 heroes, and is also planning on adding a new hero every month and a half, which is a great way to maintain interest for all types of players. I know balance often comes into question when games evolve this frequently, but but in my eyes, the fresh chaos of new maps, characters, modes, and events feels a lot better than stagnation or...
I completely agree. But I also think that someone on the NetEase executive team saw the writing of the wall of like losing more than half your player base from season 1 to season 2. Saw the things dropping off quite a bit. It didn't have the cultural hype that it had at the beginning, which is normal. It happens. And probably was like, let's fucking burn this candle as bright as we can and try to capitalize as hard as we can while we still have this much market share.
The crazy part about Rivals is that even with this large roster, just about every character feels viable, even in competitive. I want to emphasize that this is really impressive compared to other games. I won't see a Mr. Fantastic for 10 or 20 matches, and then one will show up and hard carry. A Lord Jeff will grab an entire team with his ult and single-handedly win the round. There is a uniquely gratifying feeling in being told to switch off Penny almost every game only to protect both my healers, snag MVP, win the round, and get hit with a, sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game.
Or Penny definitely knows something about Penny that I don't.
That is correct.
This varied roster impacts high-level play in multiple ways. With the
True. Actually, small thing. Unless you're like in the high, like we're talking like top 50 lobbies, and even then, like people tilt really hard what their teammates are picking, like before the game even starts. Like sometimes you might have the fucking GOAT on Jeff. You might have the GOAT on like an off-meta pick. And people sometimes don't know how to play against those characters, and they get fucking rolled. So, like, you gotta trust your teammates a little bit. You know what I mean? Yo, Ranger Fox, think of the 206 months in advance.
First
Appreciate
being
you.
the ban phase. While bans are often reserved to the most overpowered or dominant characters in the meta, it can make sense to ban more niche characters depending on the situation. If you're assembling a dive comp, you might want to ban Namor so that he can't kill Black Panther and Spider-Man with his turrets. Afterwards, even if you have a solid team comp with the right amount of healing and synergy and team-ups, things are never set in stone.
Can maybe Penny go fucking Groot?
If a Storm or Iron Man starts bullying your healers, it might be time for a DPS player to switch from a melee diver to a long-range character like Hela. Switching characters isn't free either, as you won't carry more than 50% ult charge.
That's still a lot, though. Like, it's much less punishing in this game to swap than, say, Overwatch.
Becomes a back-and-forth dialogue between both individuals on a team and the two teams responding to threats while maintaining synergy.
Can we get off of Penny? Holy shit.
Many seasons of competitive Overwatch have been...
I feel like this is foreshadowing to something later, and I'm living for this. It's actually so funny.
By their rigid metas, whether that meant the default 2 tank, 2 DPS, 2 healer comp, or the absolute necessity of Mercy and her instant revive. I've heard from friends that in certain cases, if your team didn't pick the most meta characters, you'd basically be throwing the match. But in Marvel Rivals, role queue doesn't even exist. The
Hold up. When you said that, though, when you talked about that, that was when role queue didn't exist in Overwatch in this era. So it's kind of the same.
absence of an enforced meta lets you goof off in quick play with silly team comps like 6 healers, which is extremely fun, by the way, highly recommend, and many of my competitive matches often stray from 2-2-2 in one way or another. My only major comment at the moment concerns the future of the roster split. Right now, over half of the characters in the game are DPS, and I want more wacky healers and tanks. Please. Just like a crumb. Last minute update. Whoa. The design element that really makes Marvel Rivals feel new, though, is the team-up function. These unique bonuses trigger when certain characters are...
The team-ups are actually so fucking good. It encourages you to work together. It gives you a bonus for working together, which is nice.
Team, and can range from base stat increases for anchors to additional abilities and ability modifiers. Some of these abilities are so strong that I wouldn't be surprised if they end up defining certain aspects of pro play. Running Adam Warlock with
Yeah, I was gonna say the triple res comp actually defined season 1.
Mantis and Star-Lord means half of your team can occasionally revive themselves anywhere on the map for free. Rocket can give Punisher and Winter Soldier infinite ammo every 40 seconds. Hulk's gamma energy significantly increases Iron Man's damage output and
Not anymore.
gives Doctor
They kind of nerfed it like really heavily. You actually don't need the gamma team up anymore.
3 buffs. So banning Hulk means eliminating a multi-layered threat.
Yeah, then they took that away though.
Banning characters that work well
But yeah,
together has
same-
always
same-
existed,
I
but
understand the
Rivals adds a
point.
more direct layer that I've never really seen before. Team-ups also strike a good balance of being strong, but not game-defining. Natural synergies still exist, so you can easily win a
Yeah.
match without a single team-up.
Yeah, I see the
but
point
if you
they're
have
making.
the
Yeah, I agree.
flexibility to play multiple characters, giving Namor an enhanced turret by picking Luna, or instantly reviving Thor and Loki with
It's crazy that they changed it to Gamma Squid now, and he's like so much worse.
Hela might just be what tips the scales in your favor. The other interesting choice behind team-ups is that they aren't set in stone. I wrote and recorded this video during season 1, but
So yeah, you know what's funny is talking about things being changed. I'd argue that you could actually incidentally make people upset by losing certain team-ups. Like if you were a Namor player and now you have the Gamma team up instead of the Luna team up, you probably had the Luna team up almost every game. You probably have to force one of your tanks to play Hulk, and so you won't get it that often. And so it just feels worse. Yeah, Magneto. Yeah, Magneto's a good one where like you had a cool team up, but you never got to really use it unless you had a witch player on your team, so you didn't get to use it that often. And then you get if it gets taken away, it's like, well, now it feels significantly worse.
But several of the team-ups I just mentioned are being changed or removed to make room for new ones in Season 2. For example, Strange is losing his team-up with Hulk to become an anchor for Scarlet Witch, with Namor receiving the Gamma energy after losing the frozen squid he used to get from
Yeah, but
Luna.
Mag is still strong. No, I don't disagree. He's not still strong, but he was strong without the sword too. I'm just saying, like, those are fun little mechanics that
This
get lost.
multi-layered variety is really exciting, as it gives the developers a whole new way to shake up the meta, dynamically rebalancing characters independent of their base stats while encouraging teamwork and flexibility. In addition to all these synergies, Marvel Rivals just feels very physical. Maybe there's a better way to describe this, but the game's current roster has a surprising number of close range and melee characters, which adds a lot more variety to combat and counterplay. I also just think physically interacting with other players is cool, so I love that Wolverine can grab enemies and carry them into his team.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that is something that really is good about Rivals, is like you don't have to always be the most mechanically skilled gamer on the planet to play things. There are more melee, like, cooldown ability focused characters, which is actually really, really cool in a game like this. It's actually funny. Overwatch kind of leaned away from that. They leaned much more into the aim intensive stuff. And I feel like they did lose a little bit of the love that people had for like some of those other types of characters, like your Winstons, your Ryans, whatever. When you say mechanically skilled, I mean, what do you mean? Hela would be an example of a mechanically skilled character. You have to hit your shots, you have to hit your aim, you have to aim consistently, headshot, etc. On something like Wolverine, though, you don't really have to have good aim. You have to understand the combo of like right clicking in, and then once you start the grab, like 180ing your mouse, so like flip them out. You know, timing when to engage, from what angles you come in from. You don't have to like stand and poke and just click on heads. Like you have to do other things. Iron Fist, you have to time your block. You have to save your kick to disengage, or if you do engage with it, you're going for a kill to finish someone off. Like there's other ways of showing skill expression.
Or that Hulk can swat someone out of the sky like a bug and smash them into the pavement. There's even a goofy animation and sound effect if two characters like Wolverine and Winter Soldier collide with their dash moves. There are no two heroes on the current roster that feel alike, and the unique opportunities for master.
I disagree on that one, sorta. I mean, like some of the supports feel similar, like Invis ult and Luna ult, basically the same thing. Mantis just feels like a less powerful Luna, like less healing, a little more damage boost, just kind of doing damage instead of healing. You know, both have the sun, the freeze or the sleep. Hulk and Thing, yeah, Hulk and Thing feel very similar. Hella Hawkeye? I don't think Hella and Hawkeye are actually that similar.
3 on each one of them mean that I'm still learning new tricks and testing out interactions at
They play the same,
practice
but do not feel
range
similar.
after over 300 hours of playtime.
How are Hulk and Thing similar? They're both jump in your face, really, really aggressive, like tanks that provide a little bit of team support, either through your jumping to them with E or your bubble. The only big thing for Hulk versus Thing is Hulk is more divey and can jump in, but Thing can technically do that. Thing can do that. Thing can do that by, like, let's say you have a Star-Lord that jumps in with E. We did this back in season 1.5 with the tournament. Our Star-Lord would jump in with E. We'd bubble him, so they'd all look up at the Star-Lord. I would jump to Star-Lord with my E, give him damage resist in case it broke, so he would survive. And then a lot of times I was looking for ult. So you could actually do it. It worked a little bit differently. But they do play similarly as well.
There's a wacky scrappiness to the mechanics that makes...
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying the point was being made that none of them feel the same, and I disagree.
Play a great time with friends and
I enjoy playing them. You watch me play them.
But when you see some crazy shit in ranked. Wolverine can take Rocket's jump pack, grab someone, and then jump up mid-grab to carry them off a ledge or all the way into his team's backline.
There you go.
Groot's walls can block Jeff's ult from the center and serve as a barrier to cut off the healing from Luna's ult. Fighting against players that have mastered characters I'm less familiar with also constantly reveals new layers of depth. Even a seemingly simple healer like Jeff can swim up walls to gain insane high ground and cover, or stop healing entirely to become a nearly unkillable nuisance on the enemy's backline. I don't even play Spider-Man, but that character is like a separate game, dude. You gotta go in and change multiple settings in the options menu before you even start learning how to animation cancel. But if I'm being honest, this video is really just an excuse to talk about Doctor Strange's portal. I haven't seen a game mechanic this mind-blowing since the physics systems
the portal is
in
so
Tears
cool.
of the Kingdom, which also has a bad frame rate. So hey, maybe it's a byproduct of the black magic in the source code. It's already a wonder that any video game gets made in the first place, so to even conceptualize designing a portal that links 2 locations on a map for 12 people simultaneously and can be entered from both sides while carrying momentum and teleporting attacks, not just players, is absolutely insane.
It is cool as
While
shit.
the base functionality of the portal often boils down to sneaking behind the enemy team or making it to the objective first, there are so many clever and strategic uses that will only increase over time. Spider-Man can pull players through it and off ledges. Punisher can rain down on enemies from above with his turret. Strange can fly out of it at lightning speed using Rocket's boost armor. Okay.
Boom. It worked.
Yeah, sick.
The Boger Tex. The Boger
Tech. It can be used to block off doorways or split up a team depending on the map. And there's also counterplay. I've jumped through enemy Strange portals to split up a team or set up enemy mines preemptively when I think a team might try to backdoor a capture point. I've seen Stranges block enemy portals with their own portal. I had a Groot on my team that got us through a door block by placing a wall as a makeshift platform. When you hear that quiet,
that's sick.
From the other side of the map,
but that was sick.
An immediate threat that the entire team has to be aware of, and you have to use your intuition to guess what the enemy
You guys keep asking, but I already did them.
To do with it. While the coordination required to pull off some of these strats is far beyond the level of the average quick play lobby, I can't wait to see what high-level Strange players do with it in the future.
Oh, I mean, they've already been, I wouldn't say mastered. Yeah, I think they kind of have been mastered in a lot of ways. Obviously, things will always get better over time, but like, people have even figured out, like, for example, Witch has a team up this season with Strange, which granted, Strange is really not good. But like, what you do is you Strange portal above their team, going in, your team jumps in, everyone starts fighting. Your Witch ults outside of you, the Strange portal, and then charges the ult, and then last second goes through the portal. That way they don't get the audio cue because you're too far away. They don't actually hear the ult going off, and they also don't have the indicator. So they just get rolled. Like they have like half a second to realize like they're gonna die. People do that with ults. Iron Man ult I've seen used like that when it like very rarely, but if it does get used like that, you know, door blocks, portal blocks. There was an exploit that you could do where you could teleport people off the map, not like kill them, but like into a wall, and you would just deposit them into the wall and get them stuck in there, and then they couldn't get out, and they would just be stuck there for the rest of the game until they leave and rejoin.
Discussing the intricacies of good map design is a bit above my pay grade, but I can say that the current maps in Rivals are great, from larger layout.
I agree, but I also disagree. I like the destructible environments. I didn't think I was going to like it at first. I do like them. I don't like the rebuilding environments. The rebuilding environments suck. Just point blank. Nothing is worse than like you're sitting on top of a building and then you just start getting kidnapped by the building. It fucks you over so bad. The destructive one makes sense because like if you break the bridge, right, the bridge starts to glow green and you can see it start to rebuild. You're like, okay, I understand what's happening now. It's like it's rebuilding, right? The other one, there's like no prompt. It just like happens when it takes some damage. And so it can really screw you.
Choices to smaller artistic touches like payload carts and overtime themes. There is already a seemingly infinite level of replayability thanks to the millions of possible team combinations, but when you also factor in how map layouts can create unique strategies for different characters and team-ups, it's just fantastic. Plus, despite
That's just
some of
kinda
the
hero
early
shooters, though.
negativity I saw online, I think the destructible environments are one of the game's best features. The destruction isn't anywhere near the finals levels of emergent gameplay, but it does add unique elements of strategy to every map. Many Convergence and Convoy maps have chokes and corners that can be destroyed to make attacking or defending easier. Others have entirely collapsible floors and ceilings that change indoor layouts or completely block off key entrances, like the giant rock fall on Burn-In T'Challa. Yggdrasil maps repair their destructible.
See, like this makes like this is so easy to understand as a player. Like, okay, it's rebuilding
every so often, and Wakanda
the destructible
maps
ones
have modifiers.
Then doing the opposite,
There's
you know
like
what I mean?
zero gravity zones and raining fireballs that activate when certain pieces of the map are fully destroyed, which can really turn the tables if done at the right moment. Even outside,
I don't think these do very much. Like they do like 10 damage. This isn't really that crazy. But it is cool. I don't think it actually turns the fight though.
Outside of the destructibles, every map has little
the one like the air vents though, like being able to get high ground because the air vents, those are cool.
Features that make them feel unique. Clintar has these weird little symbiotic surfaces. Oh hey, that's the name of the map that can block off exits or raise you up to high ground.
Yeah, those are
Tokyo
cool. I like them.
2099 spider bots will string together rubble to prevent
I'm cool with that.
from falling, and the Hell's Heaven domination maps.
This one I'm not a huge fan of. This like up and down platform kind of is a little annoying.
Evolve during each round.
I'm okay with it though. It's annoying, but I'm okay with it.
And lowering floors or shifting hallways to
the shifting hallways one is also kind of annoying, but I'm okay with it. Combat a static high ground or locational advantage. I remember seeing a few complaints around launch that the game didn't have enough maps, but I think that investing more development time on all of these details and mechanics was a smart decision that sets the game apart from other hero shooters while improving replayability. Yeah, not wrong. Definitely not wrong. I still think that the maps, I think the original maps are better than some of the ones they've added. But also on top of that, they also like took out some of the maps for ranked. For some reason, I don't know why they did that. They never reversed that decision. They just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna take some maps out." So I wonder over time, is that gonna be more and more annoying that they're like taking maps out of the rotation for whatever reason? That being said, though, I do think that I think it's fixed because I haven't encountered this problem in a while, but there was a problem for a bit where you would get the same map multiple games in a row. And so even if there is a good amount of maps now, like not a crazy amount, but a good amount, like you could just play the same map 2-3 games in a row, and it's like, what the fuck? Still happens? Does it still happen? They need to have some type of internal clock or thing that says like, okay, every 15 minutes we change what maps are going to be played throughout the server. And then the way it works is like, okay, here's map A and map B. You have a chance to get map A. You have a chance to get map B. And then if you've played map A within that 15 minutes or map B within that 15 minutes, you'll actually play map C instead, right? I don't think that exists though.
For years and years, I have been I play video games for fun type guy, an anti-competitive type guy. Toxicity and sweatiness are often what
oh, here we go with the foreshadowing.
turn me away from titles like Valorant, and I almost never play online games without a lobby of friends. However,
with the current state of Rivals and everything that's going on, I wonder if this is going to be... I'm curious.
degenerate level hours I have put into Marvel Rivals wouldn't have been possible if I was playing with a full stack, because I was playing competitive by myself. That's like not a thing that I do. That's how much I like this game. While the players I encounter in every ranked game slowly reduce my faith in humanity, it is extremely fun to play the game at a level where everything matters. It is because there are so many interesting character interactions, team-ups, and map strategies that actually utilizing them makes ranked such a rewarding experience, even if I lose. I'm always learning from players on both teams and always looking for little ways to improve. And by improve, I mean far more than just my aim. How good you are at hitting your shots obviously plays a role in how you'll perform, but Rivals is a 6v6 team objective game, not a Call of Duty 1v1. Macro game.
Yes, it is. You win as a team and you lose as a team. Unfortunately, the new rank system does not reflect that.
Game is one of my favorite elements of online multiplayer, and Rivals has it in spades. If you only think about yourself when doing anything, be that engaging, diving, retreating, or touching point, you are playing the game wrong. The more cognizant you are of the people around you, both friend and foe, the more likely you'll be to win. Can one of your healers back you up with an ult if you rush in, or are they getting pressured by a diver? What should you do?
Wasn't it fun when Strange used to be able to still do that?
With your ult. Sometimes it's okay to not get any kills if you can bait out healer ults or serve as enough of a distraction for your team to wipe out theirs. Even if I don't end up getting a kill with Penny's spider time, if I gun it at the enemy healers and push them as far back as possible, I have effectively prevented the enemy team from receiving any healing for like 10 seconds, and there's a high chance my team will be able to capitalize on that. I did not climb ranked by headshotting people. I did it by exploiting the incompetence of anyone that fails to respect Penny Parker. I still get triple kills by putting mines outside the spawn door. I still kill Psylocke and Black Panthers by putting mines on a flank. I still see Cloak and Dagger's ult straight into a pile of mines and get blown to fucking
That does happen. And it's funny as shit every single time.
Everybody laughing at it.
When I play Doctor Strange, I might not hit all my shots, but I know I'm doing my job if I'm getting right up in the enemy's face, pulsing my shield to protect my healers so they keep me alive, and putting adequate pressure on the right targets. And sometimes I just pick Cloak and Dagger and hold left click so I don't have to aim at all. And we're ready.
Brother, you're not helping the support allegations.
Because ultimates are both incredibly impactful and highly situational, ult economy is one of the most interesting concepts in Marvel Rivals, yet it's something I feel not a lot of players take into consideration.
It's why all the Overwatch players were exceptionally good at this game when it came out, and everyone else took a little bit to catch up, but some people caught up, but they're still kind of the ones out in front.
Before you use an ult, it's extremely important to consider the current state of the match. Who else on your team has ult? Who on their team has ult? If the fight you're currently in is going well and you've wiped...
95% of this video could be describing Overwatch. It absolutely could be.
Half their team, the snowball is already rolling down the hill, so you probably don't need to kick it again when you can instead save your ult to get the next snowball rolling. Step 1 is knowing
you can literally just lose an entire point, like even of escort, like you could lose all of second and all of third just off of ults.
And to use your own.
Like, that's why you never give up in these types of games, because like, let's say they just steamroll you all of second, they probably had ult economy, right? And now you have ult economy for third point, but if you give up on third point because you got steamrolled on second point, like you just throw the game, right? But like, that's how the game is. Like sometimes you have to realize, oh shit, our ult economy is fucked. We have to lose like 2 fights, 3 fights, and then we'll be fine.
Ult. But step 2 is keeping track of the rest of your team's ults. Step 3 is then keeping track of enemy ults by intuiting their charge speeds over hundreds of hours of play. When I'm playing Penny and I know the enemy Strange has ult, I will intentionally hold my web and keep an eye on him for a few seconds to watch for his ult and cancel it, especially if he jumps up into the air. And if you're playing Strange, sometimes you have to fake out your ult by jumping, waiting for everyone to move back, and then popping it slightly later or not at all. Even though many ultimates don't require Twitch reactions or intensive inputs, that doesn't mean they're devoid of strategy. The difference between an okay Magneto and a great Magneto isn't whether or not they crush someone's skull with the giant fucking ball. It's
sometimes
who they choose to dunk on. It's about precisely when they choose to ball. It would generally be ill-advised.
A lot of times it's like to counter another ult, like Star-Lord ult now.
To start a team fight or go for a pick with Magneto ult when you could instead pull it out the moment a cloak starts their ult to disable the remainder of their healing pressure. Or quickly shut down a Punisher by absorbing.
Things have kind of evolved since then, I'm assuming, from when this was made. I'm assuming this video was made like kind of like towards the end of season 1.5, but yeah.
His ult before sending that fucker to the next dimension. But if the enemy team has a Magneto, you gotta be double careful since he can potentially shield your target. Running all of these calculations, cooldowns, and timers in the back of your mind
just get better at the game over time.
Extremely tricky, but it's these dynamics that make this game, this team game.
But you know what's funny? I can't wait for the next few months. They're gonna be so exciting to watch. Because everyone talks about wanting this game to be casual, it's got casual balance, all this other stuff. But as people get better at the game, it's going to be harder and harder to keep that because people want to be rewarded for these types of interactions, right? Like they want to feel rewarded for saving their mag ult to kill the cloak, right? What's going to happen when people start not being able to keep up with it? I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
The skill ceiling of Rivals extends so much higher than your proficiency on any individual character, as the better you understand every character, every map, and the playstyles of every other player in the game, the better you'll perform. Even if you're playing a dive character, it's about so much more than getting kills. It's about drawing attention from off angles, pausing heals, or understanding how collaboration can change your strategy, like a Venom and Spider-Man diving together. Honestly, the only thing I wish I could experience more of is real communication. It's kinda hard to type in the middle of a team fight, and there is so much useful info that can be conveyed if a team works together. But even in Grandmaster, voice chat is rarely used in a productive manner.
Damn, bro, how'd we lose?
You're 16 and 12.
Brother, you like 16-year-olds.
Jesus Christ. That is the average comms though, no lie.
Can take a real toll on the human psyche. Even the smallest acts of compassion and coordination go a long way. From shot calling a portal, to offering to switch roles with someone that's struggling, to just complimenting a job well done. Problem is, I'm kind of afraid to talk on voice chat most of the time, especially when I get called slurs when I whiff an Eye of Agamotto. So, maybe it's better in Celestial?
Nope.
I know, bro. You don't know how to make sense of your typing, bro. You get it, bro. You're a fat bastard with no future and no life. You're poor, bro.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
You're born in a canal. Your family's poor. You can't...
That was the realest part of this video, and it's not even close. Not every game, but so many games are like that. Every game, it's someone fucking... And whenever you have one of those games like that, it's either some type in Timmy or someone's mumbling into their mic and just fucking constantly just saying the dumbest shit on the planet every goddamn time.
Now, as much as conversations around multiplayer games often focus on improving your skill, balance issues, pro play, what have you, I also want to discuss what I feel is an underappreciated element within Rivals: narrative. Instead of constructing tons of lore, comics, and cinematics about an existing game, the devs were tasked with the opposite: implement existing worlds and characters into a new game in a fresh but faithful way. In my Rumbleverse video, I discussed how every corner of Grappital City was filled with cute details to flesh out the world and the existence of the Battle Royale itself, and Rivals does a great job with this, from subtle details like posters and voice lines to the overarching story of every map. From the moment you load in, the background of the character select screen is connected to the map you're playing, with a unique animation and soundtrack as your selected hero gets pulled into the action. Once you're in a match, you're dropped straight into a unique objective, each with aesthetic variants. In Midtown, you're escorting a little robot to recover pages of the Darkhold, so the payload is a little car with the robot sitting in the driver's seat. On the Spider Islands, the attacker spawn room has NPCs that flesh out the goal of assisting Spider Zero, and when the gates open, there's even an animation of Spider Zero swinging into the little spider car.
And these are really good. They do a really good job of that.
One of my favorite details is found when attacking on the convoy map Yggdrasil Path.
The screaming goats?
Your objective is to stop Loki from tapping the life force from Yggdrasil, so before the match, his ghostly illusion taunts you in the spawn room. And if that isn't cool enough on its own, he also has character-specific voice lines for a few heroes, which is just... I love shit like this so much.
It is really cool.
Even you are out of your depth, dear doctor.
The unique convoys also add very subtle...
Imagine you don't know, Rumbleverse is a battle royale platform fighter that died from lack of players.
Gameplay variations, as the Midtown car is easy to stand on, while Yggdrasil's chariot provides a bit of cover in the back in exchange for less standing room. Narrative is a feature I'm always excited to see online games experiment with, and it's something I always felt was missing from League of Legends, a game that retconned its original lore so hard that the game itself doesn't even exist in universe anymore. Yes, Marvel's a big IP, and Marvel Rivals is a product.
I don't know anything
but
about League of Legends,
there is so much passion and artistry on display here that I still find myself smiling at little details after hundreds of hours.
They did do a great job on like the whole narrative and the whole like lore and like the whole world. Like me going into Rivals, I'd seen like maybe like 2 Marvel movies. I didn't know shit. Now I've seen a bunch of them. I've learned so much. People still get mad all the time. They're like, how do you not know who this character is? How the fuck? I don't know. I never followed any of this shit before. And I bet like long term, one of the biggest strengths that this game probably did is it grabbed a new demographic of people that probably were like adjacent to like MCU stuff and just never really either paid attention to it or was like never super into it. Now has a reason to, right? And like they actually pay attention, so they might watch the upcoming movies. It builds into the brand. It builds into the universe of what you have.
Even if it's just watching Loki's ghost orbit me in the spawn room again.
Oh.
Before I close...
Okay, I think I feel like this is where we're gonna fall apart a little bit.
I want to quickly touch on monetization, with surprisingly a thumb pointing mostly up. Microtransactions are usually a dreaded subject when it comes to live service, but I'm happy to report that this game is pretty good when it comes to asking you for money. As far as gameplay is concerned, Marvel Rivals is perfect. The game is completely free, and every character is also free from the very beginning, including future characters.
Okay, so that's baseline for a really good game.
No multi-year long grind for IP or Blue Essence in League, no Overwatch 2 progression unlocks.
One, this is untrue. This is only the new player experience to make sure that people don't get overwhelmed in the beginning. This is a little out of date. Granted, the game did launch making characters be in the battle pass, and then you had to earn them by leveling up your battle pass in the free track. You never had to pay for them, but like it was annoying. They shouldn't have done that. But this is only for new players, and it's just so like they don't have to choose from 38 heroes or whatever and don't know what to pick. And what they had basically discovered was people get overwhelmed with a bunch of new characters, especially with a game that's as old as Overwatch. It's not like Rivals when it dropped, like everything is new, like everyone's starting at the same spot. I bet in like 2, 3, 4 years from now, when people have like quote unquote mastered Rivals, like people are going to be daunted by like the 50 heroes or whatever more is going to be the roster, right? Actually, probably way more than that because they're doing like monthlies. It's like what, 70 heroes? Like who the fuck do you pick, right? So I think what he's saying is they didn't go that route. No, he's talking about, yeah, but like the point is he was saying like everything's available at the beginning. I know that. I'm just saying like we're starting the baseline here of saying like, you know, they had like, oh, they didn't do it like Overwatch. Well, Overwatch actually doesn't work that way. So I'm saying like it's not correct information.
Here, Blue Essence in League, no Overwatch 2 progression unlocks, no Apex Legends or Rainbow Six Siege, or you get the idea. While extrinsic motivation is a common feature in live service design, I consistently find that my favorite live service games are the ones I have the most fun playing, not the ones with the most manipulative retention mechanics. Even if I don't regularly play most of the heroes in Rivals, having a huge roster to experiment with for hours on end is far more exciting than having to deliberately unlock them one by one.
Yeah,
the only issue I have with the cosmetics in Rivals is that there is still some FOMO at play, as event and holiday specific skins are time limited, including free unlocks.
Every game
However,
does that, though.
their several week availability period is much nicer than limited loot boxes or a daily rotating shop. The premium battle passes are also very nice, as there's no deadline for unlocking content as long as you buy the battle pass within the multi-month long season. The currency you earn from dailies and weeklies to spend on battle pass rewards can be spent on any season's pass, not just the current one, so no miserable
really
10-hour sessions in the last few days to snag Peter Griffin. While this system isn't perfect, I felt it was still worth discussing, and I really hope Rivals continues to set a positive example for zero gameplay monetization. Sure, Marvel Rivals is...
The thing that irks me a little bit is, to this day, Rivals has been praised really hard for its monetization in that department, but like it feels like such revisionist history, because I remember just 3 years ago or 2 years ago, Overwatch was heavily criticized for its monetization. It still is to this day, and they're almost the same. The only difference is you get an MVP animation when you buy skins, but it's tied only to that skin, right? Like it's as a bundle. You can't use the MVP without it, right? But otherwise, like they're the same prices, like across the board. And you keep the battle pass. Oh, that's different. Okay, we can talk about that in a second. You want to talk about the battle pass thing? Absolutely, good point. I'm talking about shop skins, pricing of those skins. And so it's just weird to me how accepted it was. But like, I remember just a years ago, people like thought it was like the biggest deal. Because I remember way back then being like, that's a free to play game. Of course they gotta make money. Like, you know, like, yeah, is it ideal? No, but it's not like horrendous. Like you get all the heroes for free, everything gets to be played, and people were like, no, that's awful. Don't forget loot boxes. My brother in Christ, Overwatch didn't have loot box 2-3 years ago when I'm talking about this. It would move to the full shop model. So loot boxes were gone when this argument was happening. So no, that actually isn't part of that conversation. So it's just weird to me. It's like, were people actually ever mad at that? I don't think they were. The battle pass thing, though, they do actually do a really good job with the battle pass. I got to give them credit on that one.
is popular, but the reason I love covering live service games is because they're often overlooked or ignored in the video essay sphere, and I really want to drive home
Wait, what gets ignored? Sorry, I was...
for zero gameplay monetization. Sure, Marvel Rivals is popular, but the reason I love covering live service games is because they're often overlooked or ignored in the video essay sphere, and I really want to drive home how well designed and fun they can be. And also justify the amount of time I've spent playing them. The magic of a...
What is that? Because Overwatch started as a paid game with free loot boxes and switched to free to play and gouge people who already paid for the game, and that's why people were pissed. They took part in the Overwatch good and chat on it. Well, Overwatch was not technically a live service game. They actually, when they first came out, did not believe that the game was going to be live service. When it first came out, before it even became a sensational hit, they thought they were going to release the game and then put like patches in for maybe about a year, and then they were just going to let it be fine. Then it ended up being insane, right? And they were like, oh shit, we got to actually go in on this. Overwatch 1 could have just kept going the way it was and probably would have just slowly fizzled out because unfortunately they were making bad decisions even before they decided to go with the 2. So a lot of people always say that. They argue like, oh, they took away the loot boxes and they took away the game they paid for. Well, no, first off, they could have stopped that at any time. Like legally, they could have just stopped making new content and then just went on and that's it, and worked on something else. They weren't making really much money off the game anymore, right? Like you pay for the title, but the difference was you'd pay $20-$40 to get the game and then you'd get the free loot boxes as you're going through. They changed that. So now you had to pay nothing to get in. And if you want the extra cosmetics, you'd pay for the cosmetics. But the game itself became free. So they removed the barrier of entry to let people play it. But the difference was, though, people were mad that they were getting all the free stuff, all the skins and stuff for free. But you didn't get it for free. You paid for the base game, right? What they did is they changed the way the system worked from you had to pay for the base game and then you'd occasionally get loot boxes to you no longer paid for the game and you'd have to pay for the cosmetics, right? Granted, you could argue like, oh, like that's not what I wanted. And it's like, I get it. But at the same time, though, it's not like you lost anything either, right? Like those were like extra things that they could have always made, right? But if the game's not making much money and the game's not doing well, then they're not going to support it much longer, right? Like it's going to fall apart. Like companies don't support games that don't make money. That's the reality of the situation. They don't do it for charity. So if your choices were this game is probably no longer going to exist, or we change the way it works and we change the model, what's the right play? And if you weren't there in 2021 when Overwatch was in the shitter, they were bleeding badly. There was nobody playing that game. There was no new players coming in. You know what the people who played Overwatch were? They were skin collectors. They would come in for every event, for every Halloween, every whatever. I bet you can go find 2021 videos of myself saying, I really wish Overwatch had more than just holiday events because I hate having to wait for Halloween for something exciting. Like I have to wait for the next holiday before anything happens. And that's what they did. Now there's new events, there's new seasons, there's mini events. The battle passes, whether you like them or not, are create new like events around that, new things to play, new things to go for. Before it was just like you get Christmas skins, you get Halloween skins, you get maybe some Chinese New Year skins, you get like their own like version, like the Pachimari, whatever. Then some summer game skins, and then that's it, and you're basically done. That's all you got. So it's like, was that really better? Like it was getting no new players, nobody wanted to play it for a couple free skins once every 3 months. I'd argue that's insane. I'd argue that's just really bad. Regardless, though, I don't know. We went way deeper into that.
A communal live service moment is a feeling you can't find anywhere else in gaming, and ones as big and well-received as Marvel Rivals don't come around that often.
True.
I'm not here to give a definitive review or speak on the intricacies of balance and potential longevity because, well, I don't know what the future holds. The fact that this game is very fun to me right now is much more important than worrying about whether or not I'll still be playing it in 2 years.
True.
I got him in my mouth.
I think that's how most people think about it.
You fucking killed us, Milo! You threw us off the edge of the map!
Marvel Rivals is such a perfect demonstration of what makes live service compelling. From sharing memes, outplays, and funny moments, to getting excited about new season updates and skin releases, from trying goofy strats in quick play to locking in with a couple friends in ranked, Rivals is a communal experience that exists both inside and outside the literal game. As the internet becomes more toxic and culture more fragmented, it's just nice to share a common interest with friends and tons of people online.
I hope it stays that way.
That's about it. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring.
I don't know if it will.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more videos coming soon.
It's actually a really
which
good
I
video.
swear I will make. Just please let me play like a few more matches first.
I'm not sure if it will, if I'm completely honest. I think the cracks are starting to form in a lot of ways. But it's been really nice. I hope it continues to go that way. I really, really genuinely do. But you know, the infighting is getting kind of ridiculous already. So we'll see though. But at least if anything is true, I think we can all look at the last couple months of Rivals and look at it fondly, no matter what, whether it was, you know, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. I think we can all look back and be like, damn, that was super fun. And I can tell you that as someone who's done that with other games. You cherish these times. You cherish them a lot. So game is really fun in a lot of ways. So I hope it continues to keep going that way. Very good video though. Okay. All right. Chat, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta pee really bad. BRB. Okay. Cool. All right. Is it Oblivion time? Sure, I think it might be Oblivion time. Either Oblivion or do Hot Topics, but I think Oblivion would be better. Let me see. Let's see what we got. New Rivals event video? New Rivals event. This one? Celebrate Hellfire Gala moments? Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Good evening, Krakoa.
Welcome.
Act 1, explore Krakoa, discover the island's hottest spots, and claim welcome gifts. Hellfire trading, company gifts. Collect X coins to exchange for mysterious treasures. That looked cool. Vote for best dressed. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that they do these little like cool micro events. That's actually really cool. Hey, you know what? Wolverine looking pretty spiffy too. Looking pretty spiffy. Cool event, cool video. Okay. All right. Is it Oblivion time? I think it's Oblivion time. We do Oblivion or we could do Hot Topics. Or I could just do neither. I don't know what I want to do. Hot Topics would be fire. I kind of already did a bunch of yapping today. I don't want to do any more yapping. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. All right, let's go to Oblivion. All right, YouTube. Jesus Christ. I'm playing some Oblivion, which means I'm going to end the YouTube stream. The reason I end YouTube stream is because YouTube gets really confused if you play multiple games in the same video, quote unquote. So I'm going to end the YouTube stream and then restart it into Oblivion. So the stream will go down for like 2-3 minutes. You're going to probably have to like refresh the YouTube channel. But it will be there. You just have to like re-click into it. Okay. So YouTube, I'll see you guys in a few minutes if you want to be there for Oblivion. If not, no worries. I will see you again. Yeah, later. Also, Southie, thank you for the 17 months. Appreciate it. I forgot I had alerts still turned off. All right. See you in a minute, YouTube. Bye-bye.